Hello, everybody. We
Hey.
are live.
Hey, Peplin. Peplin's already here. Thomas on his other channel. Mary Page says she's going to try and pop in with us. She's
That would be awesome.
she's at Walmart with the kids, turning in their birthday money.
Oh, goodness.
I can't wait to hear what they got.
Hopefully no taffy, because I know they just had some dental work done.
Oh
You
my
hear me, Mary?
gosh.
Yes, hello, Peplin. Hello, Mary. Hello, Tom. How's everyone doing tonight?
Susan,
Hello,
thanks for coming
Susan.
in.
Welcome, everybody. So how has your day been
Muffet.
today? Hello,
Not too
Muffet.
bad. Not too bad.
Hello.
We got a lot of stuff done since the weather was nice. We got some outdoor work done. We got some bushes trimmed, all kinds of good stuff.
Sounds like you had a lot of work done on the homestead today.
Yeah, definitely did. John Larson, hello. Catfish Nation, thanks for coming in. Living
Hello,
Simple,
everybody.
Miss Lori's here with us.
Hello, Lori. John, Catfish. If I'm missing anybody, I apologize.
I know I'm trying to keep up. So, Miss Susan, tonight I was hoping we could talk about common fish ailments, diseases, things like that, and treatments. I'd like to, I don't, so on the homestead, I have like an animal first aid kit, and I've got, my wraps, my iodine, all kinds of stuff for like my homestead animals. But the other day we got some fish and they weren't looking right. And I messaged Roxanne about it actually, and she gave me some tips. But it dawned on me we have a couple things here, but I don't really have anything on hand, to treat our fish if they come up with something. So I was hoping tonight we could talk about, just some of the common things that, fish get. Um, and what good treatments are to keep on hand for them.
And we still have a bunch of people coming into chat with us right now. Living Simple, hello. Let's see. Troops, hello. Geek Boy, hello.
Craig, good day.
Craig. Did I miss Craig earlier? I'm sorry. Hello, Craig.
We get everybody else. I think so. And I figured tonight too, if any of the guys want to come up and talk about it, give experiences, they're more than welcome to. I pinned the link, so anybody that wants to come up.
Yeah, don't leave us hanging, guys or gals. Typically a ladies stream, but it's okay. Like your
Yeah,
title said today, gents also want to have fun.
exactly. And I think it's an important topic, and like things can come up differently for different types of fish too. So like, we all keep different kinds of fish. So it'd be nice to kind of have experiences from not only like our little nano fish up to, our big cichlids and stuff. So
Well, while we're waiting for some other people to come up, why don't you tell us about what your newest fish were experiencing?
So yes, Craig, you do need to put a little bit of makeup on before you come up with the ladies. Um, so they had little bumps on them, I guess I want to say, almost like lumps under the skin, and they're not a lot, like they're not covered in it, and they had a couple near their bellies. Some had some up on the top by their fin. And if you looked at them, because they're all, well, they were sold to me as Australian rainbows, but I'm not so sure. But I guess we'll have to see as they get bigger. But so they're really clear almost, they're very light colored. And if you look at them and you see the light through, you could see some dark patches and some of like near their bellies and stuff.
And what have you been treating them with?
At this point, the only thing we've really done is they're obviously they're in a tank by themselves. We turned their heat
Mm-hmm.
up so that it was a little warmer for them. I think they're at 80 or 82. 82 is what I think I have their tank at. And
Okay.
we just put a little bit of aquarium salt in there at this point. That's all we've done.
And how are they looking so far?
I mean, they look okay. They're healthy. They're swimming around. You know what I mean? They don't seem like anything bothers them. Their scales all look fine. They're
Mm-hmm.
eating, going to the bathroom.
How long
So,
has the salt been in there with them?
just a couple days. I'm going to say maybe 3 days now.
Any noticeable improvement or at least plateauing, or do you see any new lesions or lumps?
I don't see anything new. I was
Okay,
actually
well,
looking
that's
at them
good.
before we went on the stream. I don't know if I can tell if they've gotten better. They weren't
Mm.
terrible to begin with. Like each
No,
fish
they really
may
weren't.
have had one or two, and you had to
Mm.
really look to see it. So it doesn't look like, I don't want to say it doesn't look like they haven't gotten better, but I don't see anything super noticeable.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least it's not like spreading. So let's
Yeah.
it's a mystery because I thought maybe it was some type of lesion. So hello Lee, and yes, you better behave. um I thought it was some type of lesion, so I was thinking maybe bacterial type ulcer issues. And when I'm not quite too sure and it's like there's a wound involved, I always like to do the triple treatment that Queer Co-op is famous for, just to make sure that all your bases are covered because when there's one issue, it usually develops into another. So when you're
Right.
doing bacterial, you want to make sure you cover fungal as well. And then stress ick because that'll happen as well. So
Hmm.
that's why I really like the med trio combination for when you notice that there's an issue.
Right.
If those three don't work, then you have to like do some more research and then progress on your treatment, depending
Right.
a more aggressive treatment.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll start with, and then to go from there and see what happens. But I mean, they look really good. They're sitting here looking at me. They're swimming around. So I don't know.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah, definitely. So how long do you think um, I should continue to treat them like this? Like to keep an eye on them, until I think maybe it's time to step it up or not.
Um, I would keep, well, if you're noticing that it's not spreading at all, then I would try to actually pinpoint exactly what type of fish they are.
Hmm.
Are they like they may not be Australian rainbows, but are they a type of rainbow?
Yeah, I definitely think they're a type of rainbow. They kind of have that rainbow shape, and they do almost look like an Australian rainbow, but
Hmm.
their colors are just kind of different from the ones we have.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm worried if I just think maybe they're just like a different type of rainbow. You know what I mean?
Yes, because the only other thing I'm thinking of is that maybe they're like tiny little tumors because it's not
Mhm.
like they're actually like wounds. They look like raised little irritated bumps. Um,
Right.
so as long as they're not like getting worse or you don't see anything falling off them and crawling around the bottom of the tank like a parasite that might hatch out or something,
Hmm.
um, I would keep an eye on them for a while because I mean you have a big fish stock there. Like you don't want to get all your other fishies sick.
Right.
Um, if I ever notice a problem, I watch them for like 3 months. But
Okay.
I'm overly cautious about my fish. Some people might
Right.
say a couple weeks. Some people might say I won't even deal with them. I give them
Yeah.
3 months.
I mean, that seems reasonable. Yeah, we do have a bunch of other different fish, and I don't want to just go sticking them in there if there's a chance they have something that'll spread to everybody, and then you
Especially
got
if
to
you're not
worry about.
especially not if you're not exactly sure what it is.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for coming in.
Hello, Dave. Welcome.
I don't think we missed anybody else.
I don't think so.
Lee says he's tired. It's been a long day for him, apparently. So he'll keep his shenanigans to himself tonight.
I appreciate that, Lee. Thank you.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, it's 8 p.m. here, and I believe they're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So I'm surprised
So
Sue
it's
hasn't dragged
bedtime.
him to bed yet.
Mhm.
It's way past bedtime.
I think he waits till she falls asleep and then sneaks out.
Possible. Or maybe it's not him sneaking out. Maybe it's his alter ego, Golemon.
That could be. Yeah, he made a cameo, 2-3 weeks now ago on Tom's Thursday night stream. Golemon decided he was going to show up for a little bit. So,
Oh no.
oh yeah. One of the mods took care of it. I don't remember who it was, but one of them was keeping him contained. I don't know. Yes, tell Sue to come on up. That would be interesting.
It would be such a joy to have Sue up here. But what I've learned is that you have to be careful because she can have a potty mouth.
Oh.
If you've watched Lee's latest video.
No, I haven't. I
love
that
Sue.
one.
But she says what's on her mind.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh no. Lee is her husband. Come on.
Yeah, right? Somebody's got to keep
I
him
love
in
you,
line.
Lee.
Lori got a new fish today.
Did she?
Yes, Lori, come on up and tell us about your new fish.
We would love that.
I wonder if it's for her new big tub she just put in the basement. She did tell me that she had it dirted and sand. I think she was just going to I think she was going to plant it last weekend. So I wonder if that's what it's for.
I wonder what fishy it is.
I know, I'm excited because she wasn't sure last time I talked to her what she wanted to get. And Lee says Sue wears the trousers. Hello, Miss Susan.
Hello, Susan.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Good. I thought that was an excellent topic tonight, Bold Mama, and it's good to meet you in person. And, thanks to Roxy, you were added to our all girls messenger group, and good to have you part of the family. And
Thank
sorry,
you.
last week I wasn't feeling well, and today I about whooped myself with my pond outside today. I did 150-gallon complete water change with 5 goldfish.
Oh, wow.
And added 50 pounds of sand, washed it, and dispersed it in the substrate. So
you were busy today.
Busy, and now I am so sore. The joints don't want to move. So I'm not able to see the live chat right now. Oh, yes, I can. So did you get any input on fish ailments and treatment and things like that?
We haven't had any questions come up in chat yet about it.
Well, the best thing with fish ailment is good old fresh water, unless you're seeing evidence of internal parasites with worms either hanging from their anus or skinny, sunken, bellies, things like that that requires maybe medicated flakes. You do want to quarantine your sick fish into a quarantine tank. And if it's been there for any length of time, it's not a new fish. Say it's been there for months. You might want to get some medicated flakes, and I get my medicated flakes from Dina Edwards in Oregon, and she's the owner of Everything Aquatic, and she makes all of her foods homemade without chemicals and preservatives in them. And she's very knowledgeable of medications. And one kind of anti-parasite food that I use is a quad flake that has praziquantel in it, levomycin, Epsom salt, and garlic. And even though it's called a quad flake, it's because it has those two chemicals in it, as well as the Epsom salt, which helps the fish's osmotic uh, process
Pressure.
that goes through, um, them receiving nutrients through their scales, and also excreting any toxins, and kind of like a strong antioxidant. And a lot of times we'll put our bettas in some Epsom salt baths when they're having prickly scales or bloat. And you can prolong your beta's life, but a lot of times when they're swollen like that, they already have internal organ damage. And it's just a matter of time before they pass away. Some people have been successful in recovering betta fish from bloat, but I don't know how long their fish actually lived after that.
Yes. We've experienced that a lot in the goldfish world too with drop C. Unfortunately, it can strike at any time and then they begin to pine cone and swell, and as many salt baths as you give them, they may recover for a little bit, but in the end usually it's an internal issue that you can't fix.
Yeah, it's like our genetics. We have good genes, bad genes.
Yeah.
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 But the
Yeah,
quad pro,
I was
go
actually
ahead.
on Everything Aquatics site the other night looking at her medicated food, and she had so many to choose from, and that's when I was like, I need to talk to some people because I don't know exactly like what I'm looking for. So
And I
Well,
like
I'd
that she
start.
doesn't use any preservatives or extra chemicals in her flakes as well.
That's
right.
right. I have used just a duo that has the praziquantel and the it starts with an M, and I cannot pronounce that medication. But you want to make sure that's the only food that you give your fish for about 10 days to 14 days. And then you want to do good gravel vacs, water changes to help, take that medicine out. But before you start feeding them medicated flakes, you also want to remove any carbon from your filtration, because carbon will absorb all of that medicine. And so you're just wasting.
Ways.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
fish at
carbon's.
first, yeah, the fish at first won't want the flakes, but after 2 or 3 days, they're going to be hungry enough to eat them. If you have some eaters, sometimes fish actually get so sick that they won't eat. And with my water change in the pond, they wintered outside, and the pond actually froze over this year. It's the first time in 4 or 5 years that it's froze
Oh
over,
wow.
but they did well. But I did notice one little, they're not really goldfish, they're the shabumpkins. And he has a deformity on his mouth. So I don't know if a snail got a hold of him, or if something um, caused his lip to, it almost looks like a cleft lip. So I'm going to
Oh.
pull him and look at him a little closer. It was very difficult for him to even get flakes off the surface of the water today. And we got up to 82 degrees today. So they were hungry, and I've probably fed them 2 or 3 times, because we've reached the 70s and the 80s the last week, and then next week we're going to go back down to 32 at night. So I will hold off feeding them when it gets below 50.
Oh goodness. I hope you figure his little lip situation out. I
I
hope it heals
think,
for him at least.
yeah,
Poor little guy.
I put double the dose of stress coat in the water today, and a little bit of zyme, which is a live bacteria that helps with the beneficial bacterial growth.
Stress time is a good one.
Yeah.
We've had a few more people come into chat. We have Florida Fish White Rescue, welcome. Canyon Roberts Outdoors, welcome.
Petroman.
Petroman, yes, welcome Petroman. Let's go and back to the list. Did I get everyone? Let's welcome in additional people.
Yeah, I think we got everybody.
Yes, that is the go-to when treating fish. I definitely agree with fresh water. Fresh water will always help flush out whatever is ailing the fish, especially if it's like a toxin buildup. Because sometimes people don't realize that while the fish is sitting in the water, they're releasing it and then they're just absorbing it again, which makes them sicker. That's where a lot of people go wrong, or even feeding your fish while you're treating your fish. Don't feed your fish while you're treating your fish unless you're feeding them medicated flakes, because they'll end up usually becoming compacted, or the medicine doesn't make them feel very hungry, so they won't eat. And then the food sits in the tank and wastes and creates an ammonia issue. And it creates a bigger issue with your fish. So
Right.
That's
That's a
true.
good point. That's a good point.
I really never had a lot of success with the green pea either. They would eat it, but it didn't
mm,
really help their digestive system. And another thing that I do after I do treat with medicated flakes is I'll go and get some dried daphnia, and that also helps them clean their gut out. And I'll feed
yeah.
them that every other day. And when they return back to their normal flakes or pellets, I feed in moderation. I don't overfeed my fish because you want that digestive system working. Also, I don't use as much aquarium salt anymore, but at first, before I started with the live plants, I had a lot of plastic plants in my aquariums, and I would use the aquarium salt according to the dosage on the package. And I can't remember what it is right now. Is it 1 tablespoon per 5 gallons or one teaspoon
That
per
sounds
5
about
gallons?
right.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's about right.
And I would use that and do daily water changes. And then each time that you change water, you want to add a little salt back. But I never really use the 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 first dosage because I know that salt does not evaporate out of the aquarium.
Mhm.
So even with a water change, the dissolved salt is being removed, but then the salt that's on the side of the aquarium or on anything that's inside the aquarium doesn't dissolve. And when I do a deep clean of the quarantine tank, I like to use the distilled white vinegar mixture with water because it does away with the bubbles on the side of a fresh aquarium, and it looks like it's a broken aquarium. You
I
don't have
I
those lines of bubbles.
yeah, I use the same treatment when I'm cleaning out a tank as the white vinegar and water.
Now,
Some
do you
people will
clean out your
actually,
Oh, sorry. Do you clean out your quarantine tank in between every, like fish? Like
Oh
when you,
yes,
yep,
you want because you don't know what trace elements are left behind.
or left.
exactly. And never bleach your tank because bleach will eat the silicone seals. That's why
Mm-hmm.
white vinegar is best.
And if you have a plastic aquarium, it the plastic absorbs that bleach and it leaches the whole time.
Yeah, and actually, I want to bring something up. Florida Fish Rescue says, can we talk about treating mothballs so everyone can stop freaking out about the zebra mussels? Um, I it's funny that you mentioned bleach because that seems to be their recommendation for your tanks that you have that could be that could have these in it. And when we heard that, because we just got mothballs. I looked it up. It was actually about 3 months ago now, because I wanted to pull dates and find out when we got them and how long they've been in our tanks and stuff, because we ordered a massive amount of them and they're in a lot of our tanks at this point. So like we were freaking out. And Swampy was like, "I'm not bleaching my tanks," and I was like, "Okay."
I know, I got that text.
Yeah. So I'm like, let me do some research. Let me find out, So I looked up the zebra mussel because I didn't know anything about them, and I found out how long they it takes them to grow and start reproducing. And I think I read that it's between 7 to 9 weeks. So I think at this point, because we haven't seen anything, and I checked the mothballs and I don't see anything in them, I think we'll be okay. So I think I put his mind at ease a little bit. But it surprised me a lot that they talked about using the bleach in the tanks.
What does I forget his name at Florida Fish Rescue? What does he suggest? He says it's too dangerous. Um, Cooper Mine or Fritz Copper Safe, and I was wondering. I was just looking up to see if a good mixture of peroxide would also cleanse, because peroxide goes through chemical changes while it's even in your tank. It first of all adds oxygen to the water column, but it also causes a die off of plant matter and beneficial bacteria. So the longer the peroxide stays within the water column, goes through a second uh, chemical change of death, which is going to destroy anything in the aquarium. I had in my 25-gallon back here, I had a natural tank with minnows out of my creek, a crayfish, and there was some kind of crazy white fungus that was growing within the tank, which was probably some driftwood leakage. And I peroxide that tank after I removed the fish and the crayfish. And I did not know that I was supposed to um, change that water out after a couple days. And the chemical change that happened, I opened my fish room door and I knew immediately something was wrong in the fish room. And so I had to get rid of the substrate and all of the water that was in that tank because of the die off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Lessons learned.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's because peroxide acts like it'll actually strip the protective layer off of everything. Then it makes it's like removing the skin of everything
Well, it's
through
bad for
being
us too.
sanitized. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you read what Lee said?
Oh yeah, he's asking for the naughty step.
Well, I'm at 726, and he says it's really odd string three women, and they're not all talking at the same time over hair and makeup. Yeah, I have to ignore the other stuff that he says. He's waiting for a 5-minute timeout. Do y'all know the guy's name from Florida Fish Rescue? I watch his videos, but I don't know his name.
I just call him Florida Fish Rescue FFR. It's how I abbreviate it in chat because I apologize. I'm really bad with names.
Yeah, and I'm more personal with names, so if you don't want me to call you by your first name, tell me. I'll call you Bold Mama and Foxy's Fishes.
You are welcome to call me Foxy, Roxanne, or Roxy. Just please not Roxy. But those other three are fine.
All right.
Mike. Tom says his name is Mike.
Mike. Yes, I remember now. And Mike says peroxide may not kill mussels copper destroys all invertebrates, but is safe for fish. That's true. But
As long as it's not shrimp.
well, yeah, you want to remove your shrimp and your snails, but then
Yeah, remove what you want to keep.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
but then I'm nervous about copper residue. So here we
Yeah.
are again,
Yeah.
flushing the tank after we kill the mussels. But I didn't find anything.
Well, I'm happy that your search so far has not yielded any mussels.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Tom was really worried, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I went through the fish room, and we looked through every tank, and any tank that has mossball in it, we put a piece of tape on the front so that I could go through all the tanks. And I was like, but I didn't see anything, so they all look good. I could probably take my tape strips off now.
Mm.
Well, we'll pray that you continue to have good success.
Yes. Fingers
Well, I'll
crossed.
tell you what, everybody's
Nothing
been
pops up.
so, yeah, I know. Everybody's been so good about just sharing their knowledge. And like the fish fam has just this vast knowledge out there. And it's just awesome to tap into. And everybody's super helpful. So anytime we've had an issue or something's popped up, like even when we're all just talking in a chat, if we say something, like everybody's super great about just helping you out. So we've had very minimal casualties.
That's great. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and everybody, the longer as time goes by, I find different methods of actually keeping our fish. You have your general hobbyist who just goes to the pet store, sets up a tank, and keeps a few fish, or gets a
Hmm.
community fish going, tank going. And then you have uh, what I call intermediate people who want to experiment breeding with different species. And then they have different tank setups, and we have some of the old school guys who have bottomless tanks, and they keep all of their plants in terracotta pots with gravel and or dirt, organic dirt. And then we have Father Fish who believes in the deep bed substrate with capping with 2 inches of sand. Where's the sand bell? Ding, ding, ding. And then you have all sand. Then you have people who breed cichlids and live bearers, and now we're finding more people who are keeping the crustaceans within their community tanks, and then that's a challenge in itself, because I've held the self-cloning crayfish, and they destroy all plant life, and they will reconstruct your substrate for you. And I haven't tried the sand sifter cichlids or anything like that yet, and I find that fascinating, watching them bury their whole bodies in the sand, and then they peek an eye out at you, and it's just, that's inquisitive. And I haven't done saltwater yet.
That is where I'd like to venture into someday, because although everyone says it's a girl's dream tank, I'm gonna be a little girly and say I need some pygmy seahorses. They're so cute. I know they don't do much, but I've always wanted them.
Just
There's
have
two
them.
things I've always wanted in life. A, to be a mermaid. B, to have seahorses.
Well, at least you would be halfway there, at least with the
Yeah,
seahorses.
halfway. So
Well,
at
Foxy,
least I
I
could.
watch the Real Mermaid videos all the time.
Do you? So do I. They're
Oh, yes.
fascinating.
I'm getting caught up into the series.
Mhm. Ever since the Little Mermaid, that's it for me. I needed to be a mermaid.
Yeah, I loved that movie until I had a trip home to say goodbye to my dad, and then my kids were watching it when I came home, and the very last line of the movie, I couldn't. I just had to leave the room. But I've always loved mermaids. As a child, I swam in the pool and pretended like I was a dolphin, and my zodiac sign is Aquarius, so you can't get away from the water.
Oh, that's awesome.
Even though I'm a
That's
water
awesome.
bearer, I'm not Pisces that swims in the water, but we're known to be travelers, universal travelers. So,
That's very interesting.
oh, I used to study that before I studied my other faith. But is there anything else in chat about any illness and treatments?
Lee says it didn't take long for the woman talk. He wants to be a pink unicorn.
Well, you can be anything you want to be, Lee.
So I have another one that I wanted to ask about. Swim bladder.
Oh, goodness. Swim bladder.
Cause, yeah, to identify it
Yeah.
and its causes. Go ahead, Foxy.
Um, I've experienced swim bladder issues with my Blackmore juveniles, and I've noticed that around 4 months of age is in their development is when they would either have their swim bladder issues or they would progress and be normal little happy water puppies. And I think, and what I've noticed, at least with my line of Blackmores, when it comes to the swim bladder issues, is that there is a developmental defect at the 4 month age because it is a percentage. I actually tracked it for a year. It was 23% per spawn
Mhm.
solid that it was at the 4 month mark. So in my case, it's always been genetic, but I know that there can be other factors, even compaction. Like if they eat like a little baby snail and it gets stuck and it just can't pass, and then things swell up. But it also can be bacterial or fungal as well, but more likely bacterial or even parasitic. So, or it could just be genetic. So there's many different things that can cause swim bladder. It's more like you have to, it's individual to the fish as to what the cause could be, especially if you know your fish are known to have an issue with swim bladder. So as far as treatment, I've done salt dips for mine. And if that didn't cure them, then I knew it wasn't going to cure them. But I haven't had the experience of swim bladder issues with any of my other types of fish. So I wouldn't know how to go about it that way. So mine's just Blackmore's.
Well, I've raised guppies most of the 6 years that I've been back into the hobby, and Cory cats. And I haven't had genetic issues with swim bladder with guppies, thank God. But with my Cory cats, that can happen at any point. And I discovered the issue with my Cory cats getting swim bladder issues was due to water quality. So, fresh water changes, reduced diet, a change of diet. I might go from a algae wafer to some fresh vegetables for a couple weeks, and not every day, every 2 or 3 days. Give them a fresh piece of cucumber or broccoli, and sometimes they recovered and sometimes they didn't. Depends on how advanced it was before I caught it. Um, I did have swim bladder in one angelfish, and it was due, actually, it was internal injuries due to fighting with the
Oh,
male, and had to separate them for a while. And she recovered well. And um, I tried reintroducing them to each other, and they did well for weeks, spawned and everything. And then the next thing you know, he killed her. So he was ready for a new wife.
it's all right. He'll come back again.
Yes.
So have you been ever had to deal with swim bladder issues, Bold Mama, on any of your fish?
No. We had that moor the other day that I messaged you about that looked like he was starting to swim funny.
Yeah.
But I just pulled him out. I put him in another tank, and I cleared that tank out of everything. And I did give him a couple peas the next morning, like you had suggested, and he's been fine. So
Well, that's good.
I don't know, but I don't know if that's what it was, or like you said, maybe he just impacted, or something. I don't know, but he's fine, swimming
Another
around. So.
another thing I have considered with goldfish as well is that goldfish do have teeth. Well, they have a tooth. They have a hard dental plate in the back of their mouth, and every
Mhm.
couple of months that tooth will fall out and it'll replace itself. So I was thinking maybe at that 4 month mark, when the goldfish babies were starting to have their issues, I was thinking maybe they weren't spitting that tooth out when it breaks. I was thinking maybe they were swallowing it and it was becoming impacted. So that's another theory with your goldfish Goldmore baby, because I think she'd be about 8 or 9 months old by now. So she's
Yeah,
probably at that next mark to lose her second tooth, and maybe it just got stuck along the way. It's very possible. And
yeah,
when you're cleaning out your
absolutely.
tank,
Hmm.
sometimes you'll find their teeth amongst the gravel. Like they're cool little, just like rounded little discs.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'll see it in their tub that they have though, because we have the white gravel on the bottom of their
Yeah.
thing, so I probably won't see it, but I'll have to keep
I,
an eye out.
I remember Solid Gold Aquatics had a jar of scales and teeth that her goldfish had lost over her years of fish keeping. That was really cool to see.
I just saw Florida Fish Rescue's comment, Foxy. He said, "Wow, Foxy, I just learned some stuff."
I didn't know about the tooth either. Hey Bateson, thanks for coming in.
Hello, Bateson.
I learned about the
And
tooth when I used to watch Solid Gold,
Hmm.
and
That's who I learned it from.
yeah, she had excellent channel.
RVing with
her
G, hi, thanks for popping in.
her fish were stunning that she had. I loved her collection. I miss
It's,
her, but she's coming back slowly, at least here and there, and it is lovely to see her face again. I've missed her so much,
I
but I do
enjoy seeing
understand the
it too.
stresses of life in YouTube.
Yep, you have to step away sometimes and gather your thoughts.
So Muppet says that she seems to encounter swim bladder issues with fish that are elderly and getting ready to die.
I can see that happening, especially because your organs are starting, to slow down
Right.
and fail. So as organ failure progresses, you're going to have other issues. But unfortunately, that's one of the ugly sides to the fish keeping hobby is, our pets, they get old and they age out. And just like humans, we're not the prettiest at the end, but, you know, just love them the best you can right up until the end and fix what you can. And you just do your best, husbandry possible.
The reason I'm smiling so hard is because that brought up another topic, the aging process in fish,
Yes.
because it's been argued that they don't have an aging gene, but I haven't yet found any creature that's eternal.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I wonder if there's anybody in the chat that I'm going to rile up about that.
I mean, maybe they're not get all saggy and all wrinkly because they're osmotic, they're in water, so they're always filled. They have natural fillers, they're swimming in it. But you'll notice on bettas, like when it's getting time, like towards their end, their finnage will start to like shred towards the end. It'll like look scraggly. And
Mhm.
people will often think, oh no, like my Betta's got fin rot or something. And they'll treat that poor little guy, not knowing that he's not ill, he's just old. And, we like us people, we get gray hairs and they just, they get a shabby fins. So,
Muscles drop.
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Guys get
Girls,
bald.
oh Lord.
And so do
Oh,
bettas. Bettas will lose a couple scales at the top of their heads as they get older too. So maybe they have scale pattern baldness.
There you go.
that's a good one. Well, I'm going to step down. Thank you for having me up. I
Thank you
love
Thank
you
you
all.
so
for
much for
that.
coming up.
Yes.
It was a pleasure having up with us, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye bye. God
Bye
bless.
bye.
So that was lovely having her up.
Yes.
She's
Miss
very, very
Lori, where
knowledgeable.
are you? I want to see your new fish. I
So
think
do I.
I missed it, but I thought Catfish Nation said that they were the tiniest little catfish you'd ever seen.
Oh, I have pygmy Corey's. They're so stinking cute, and they're
That's
so
what I
teeny
want
tiny.
to
They're so teeny. I know I'm using my baby voice. I'm sorry, guys,
get.
but they're so tiny. Like they are smaller than the celestial pearl danios, and
Oh,
they're just
wow.
they're so awesome. And I have them in the tank with my male betta,
Hmm.
and they swim back and forth all day playing with him. Like he'll chase them, and you think he's going to eat them, but he's not. But he'll turn around, and then all three of them chase him back. And then
No.
they turn around, and he chases them back. So it's a game that they play all day long. It's really cute.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get some of them for my little tank that I'm putting in the bathroom, my little 15.
Highly recommended. They're so cool. They're so cool.
I've been looking for just like little cool stuff that I want to put in that tank, like just little things. Lori says she loves her pygmy quarries.
Lee is asking for it. Hmm. Lee says, I learned something new. I didn't know that Mama Foxy and Susan have all had swim bladder problem. One of my fishes suffered that, so I fed it peas. Try peas, ladies. Thank you, Lee. We'll take your suggestion.
Apparently, we don't eat enough greens.
That's silly.
Oh, goodness.
You guys ordered new tank friends? I didn't. I wasn't privy to this information.
Neither
Freaked
was
me out.
Tom.
Oh, so he just got the alert on his phone that, oh, your wife spent money again.
Yeah. I said to him this morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that order we potentially talked about the other night? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I put it in.
It's done and done.
Okay. Catfish says Lori got all kinds of new stuff and fish.
Awesome. Lori said she also loves her pygmy Corys. They're so cool.
Lori, you should come on up and tell us all your new stuff. Come share the excitement.
Catfish is talking you up, Lori.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need to know.
Yeah, Tom says nope, he just got the bill.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
But I have my normal. I have my normal visitor up here with me tonight. She's just resting though.
She's sleeping. Yeah, she was like bathing herself before when Susan was talking.
That's what I was like trying to try not to show her because then it looks like she's licking the top of my head. She's done that to me on a few live streams.
Well, at least she's not camera shy.
Mm-mm.
Not at all. All right, so let's talk about another common one, ick.
Egg.
Ick. Besides, oh, did you see Danny's shirt it was a couple weeks ago on Danikin's stream? Danny had a shirt on and it had two fish on it, and the one fish had ick, and the other one had a little thought bubble above it, and it was like, oh man, that looks icky. And
No,
it
I
was
must
the
have missed that
cutest
one.
shirt. Oh, I think it was one of their. No, I think it was one of their Friday night streams. But I thought that was so cute. I was like, I love that shirt. I'm gonna have to make me one of them.
Well, ick is a parasite in the water. And they burrow into the fish's skin underneath their scales, reproduce, they drop back off into the sand, and then they wait in for their next victim to swim by, and they just keep replicating. I think they I think they can double themselves every day if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And the best treatment for it is like water changes, but
Mm-hmm.
also ick X. Like I use ick X or the methylene blue.
Mm-hmm.
Um But you also got to watch that because with like scaleless fish, they're very sensitive. So if you do end up with an ick issue with scaleless fish, definitely dose half for twice as long. That's what I've
Okay.
done with my Corydoras. So instead of giving them the full dose, I give them half a dose. Instead of treating them for 2 weeks, I treat them for 4. So, but I just, and water change, water change, water change. But fish typically, in my experience, will get that from stress of shipment, or just bringing them home from the store, or if you got them from a contaminated water source. So I always recommend, if you're in doubt, change the water out and then treat with some methylene blue. That's how.
Okay.
I think I've only had ick, I believe, twice, but I've prevented treated when I've got fish in the mail that have had colmenaris. That is a nightmare to treat. Um, but yeah, that's why I really like to do the med trios. Just cover everything, get your bases clear. How do you like to treat for ick?
Hold on. Jess says, "Hi, ladies. I'm not gonna make it in. The pump in my beta barracks went out, and I'm not
Oh
yet back from
no.
town. Then I have to install it. I am so sorry. Oh no, Jess, it's fine. Take care of
Fish,
your fishies.
yeah, fishies first for Chess. We understand.
Ooh, Bateson says he's got some new babies.
Awesome.
Diego,
Hello, multiple
hello.
aquariums. Hello. And Lee says he's got to get going. Have a good night, Lee. Thank you for coming.
Nightly, thanks for stopping in.
But have you had any struggles with ick at all?
We haven't actually. We haven't had any trouble with it. We've really only. I mean, we've had a fish tank in the house for years, and we never had a problem. But
Yeah.
the things that we've learned since then are just mind blowing. But since we've gotten our breeding rack up and all of our tilapia and stuff, we haven't had any issues with ick. So knock on wood, we haven't really had to treat it. But I do have some ick treatment up here, just that because I know that's something from relatively common, so I do have a treatment here for it, but we haven't had to use it. So,
and another whole part of the ick treatment that I forgot to mention is raising your temperature, and salt will also do it too, especially if it's not a bad case of it. So like salt treatment, raise your temperature. They can't tolerate high temperatures, and I think they max out at 86. I don't deal with it a lot, so the number isn't fresh in my head, but I'm pretty sure that's about right. But you got to be careful because some fish can't tolerate that temperature either. So you have to weigh your options. Like,
yeah. That's why I
Figure out
was nervous about
which fish you're treating.
right, raising the temp for the Australians. I was worried about it. But I've just been increasing it a little bit and a little bit every day. We have that tank at 78. So I've just been bumping it up, since
Yeah.
seeing what,
That's another thing. Make sure you raise the temperature slowly so you don't shock the fish.
Yes, definitely.
They're such sensitive little creatures, but so are we.
Very true.
I mean,
very
if
true.
something that we would consider a small change in their environment, if we did that to our environment and how that would affect us, like the best way to treat the fish and to care for the fish is to be the fish. Research the fish, find out where they come from, how they live, what they like. That'll reduce their stress if you can try to replicate what they're predetermined or predisposed to in nature. If you can try to do that in your tank, you're going to be more successful with the fish overall because they're going to be happy, they're going to be healthy, they may give you some more of themselves, and that's the best thing us as fish keepers can ask for.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we've been really starting to dig into, the background on the fish that we have. We don't really plan on getting too many new species. Like I said, I want to get a little, but the one in my bathroom is going to be my fun tank. So I'm just kind of working on that for, But as far as like our breeding goes, we're not really looking to add anything more to it at this point. The tilapia are going to take up a good chunk of the room that we have at this point anyway. So, but I've really been trying to, I have my Australian rainbows, my Congo tetras, and we have some Danios, and then my Moors. They just, they just do their business wherever they want, whenever they want.
They'll make more, and because they're happy.
Yeah.
More.
So I think that's really all we're working on as far as breeding ourselves goes. The Congos, the Australians, and the Danios, and then of course the snails. We've been working with them in there. We had the phosphate issue, which was stealing all the calcium from the tanks. So I think we just upped the water changes a little bit on those, and they've been doing really good. I sent you that picture of that golden mystery snail the other day. That's one of our babies.
And the shell looks really healthy, so I think you're doing the right thing. So you can always determine how healthy the snail is by how the shell looks.
Even some of the other ones we have, like they're starting to look really good. So I think we finally got that mastered. And we've got really a bunch of stuff from Crayfish Empire, and we've been giving them all the goodies from there. They love it.
They do. Like, he's not kidding when he says his snail cookies are literally like crack. They just swarm from all over the tank. You think you have 3 snails, and then you drop in one of those snail cookies and you find out you have 457 snails. Like, it's my blueberries that I have all over my tank. You know about the blueberries. I gave you a jar of them.
We have quite a few blueberries ourselves. And some of them, I was looking today, we've got about 4 in this one tank that are probably like $half size. They're huge, and they're just
know when they get to about that age, once their shells start to get lighter and lighter, that just means they're going to go soon. When they're that big, you kind of want to take them out because they will contribute an ammonia spike to your tank. So just be careful. When they're that age, just keep an eye on them so you know when to pull them.
Yeah, we've got, I think, 3 of them I counted today that are pretty big, but
yeah, but they are so cool, especially when they're young. Like the ones that I gave you, the blue leopard ones with the little spots. They're so cute. Their little chocolate foot. Just a bunch of feet in the tank. It's so cute.
So Florida Fish Rescue says, pro tip, raising heat does not kill ick. It does speed up the cycle of ick cysts hatching, which allows you to kill the little buggers, and salt kills ick slowly by dehydration, which is not particularly healthy for many fish, which much better using Ick X or a similar product, or if you don't have invertebrates in the tank, Coopermine or Copper Safe.
Well, thank you for that, FFR.
Yes. So ICX. Keep in mind. And
That's
I
my
haven't heard
go-to.
of, yeah. And I think we missed Skippers. Did I see Skippers jump in here somewhere?
Oh, yes, he did. Hello,
Yes.
Skippers. I was meaning to say hello, but you were talking, and then I just
I'm
got
not
sidetracked. I'm
home
sorry.
yet. How long are you streaming? We'll be streaming till we're not streaming. I don't really have a set time. And if anybody else wants to come up, feel free to come up. Guys included today.
Yeah, please, guys, come keep us company.
And John Larson says he agrees. Better to put an ICMed into a tank than the raising heat and salt method.
Especially like for me, if I have to treat a whole tank, like
Mhm.
all you know that all my tanks are planted.
Right.
So if I need to quarantine a tank, I'm not catching all those fish out of that planted tank. That
Mhm.
tank is getting treated as is, and I'm not putting salt in my beautiful tank.
Yeah.
I started it for the plants and the fish. I just fell in love because I
Mhm.
needed something to poop in there and feed them. And then I was like, no, I need the fish. I need more of these in my life.
Bateson, you're welcome to come up too. And if you want to show us your new babies. He says he prefers using the salt and heat on his puppers 100%. The chat keeps jumping on me, sorry. I've had ICX burn my faca. Other than that, usually I do meds. And he only gave her
half
a
a
half
dose.
dose.
And their scale is correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, even for scaleless fish, like some are still more sensitive than other scaleless fish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that stuff burns. Because, like, even if you treat a tank with Epsom salt, have you ever taken an Epsom salt bath and accidentally got that stuff in your eye?
Right.
That hurts. Can you imagine what it feels like on fish? So I feel really bad. Like, so I make sure to do my due diligence to make sure they don't come down with anything, and I quarantine for extra long so I don't accidentally introduce anything from an outside source. I want them to be well.
T-Bones Fishes.
Hello, T-Bone.
Thanks for coming in. And Bateson said, yes, they are scaleless.
One day I'd like to add to my fishy friends some little murder beans of pea puffers. They're so stinking cute. But I think that's only really the only type of puffer I'd go with. I prefer the nano fish.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had to move a 13-inch pleco, common up pleco on my own. I'm not gonna lie, I was really afraid of her.
We have some commons here that are like huge. I can't even believe it. And every time we have to get them, we have to move them or something because we moved a couple to different of our tubs. And I told Tom, I'm like, go ahead. That fish is huge. No, thank you. And then they jump and they're all over the place. I'm like, no.
Yeah, they're really fast. And then I got the Hillstream loaches, and although they're tiny, they're like twice as fast as the fastest pleco. And I'm like, holy crap, you guys remind me of that thing on, what is that movie, Alien? That thing that sticks to your face. Because they're like knives through the water, and I'm just like, you're gonna fly out of the tank at me one day.
Gosh. They're cute too. They're still babies, aren't they?
They are. Well, they have to be a little older than babies now because the first week I put them in the tank, they laid eggs immediately. And then something in there ate them right away. But they're always together, so I know that they're a pair because they're not fighting. They're always like cuddling up towards each other. It's cute. And sometimes I also think that they think they're Corys because they'll be playing with the Corys.
Mm.
I think that's cute too. I
Patty.
haven't showed them yet. Hello, Patty. Be awesome if we can get Patty up here.
Yeah, Patty.
Hello,
I
Ian.
pinned the link. Oh, Basin setting up more tanks. Probably for his new fishes.
That's the life of a fish keeper.
Mm-hmm.
With MTS. How many tanks are you up to now?
I think with my new 15, we're like at 30.
30?
Including our tubs, yeah. I think we counted the other day, we hit that 30 mark.
You are halfway to Daniken.
Yep. Yeah, I think he was working on making some more room though to like set up some more tanks, wasn't he?
Did he say that? I know he said he's up. Last he said he was at 70. Last night's stream, was it last night? Can't keep my days together anymore. But his latest stream, he said he was up to 75. So I guess they set up 5 more tanks. They're gonna need a second house for them.
I know. Hi, Dan Anderson. Thanks for coming in.
Hello, Dan. Welcome.
Yeah, that's like Florida Fish Rescue when he did his. I think was he up with Jess on Jess's stream one night? I can't remember where I first saw him, and he said that they have a house and it's a half a double, and they live on one side and the tanks are on the other side. And I just looked at Tom, and he was like, "Don't, don't even think about it."
He says don't, but you're slowly pulling tanks back in the house. So he says don't, but you do.
I'm like, hey, listen, wouldn't it be cool to just put a little tank over there? And he's like,
I want to bring the Moors in. I'm just going to set up this tank. You know, it'd be really cool and hear a tank.
And then our daughter comes to him and she says, Daddy, I want to fish in my room. He's like, okay, we'll get you a tank. We'll get you set up. She's like, what kind of fish do you want? And she's like, oh, I want one of the baby Moors. So now
that's a 30 gallon.
Yeah, so that's a 30. That's exactly what he said. Well, there goes a 30 gallon. She comes over here and pets them as much as I do.
Aww. I'm so happy that even their babies like it too, because before Beast, which is one of the Blackmores, there's Beauty and the Beast. Those are the mom and dad. Just letting chat know. I never wanted to pet a fish. I never had to pet a fish. But have you seen from
petting the fish?
And I've told you, you can't not pet Beast. No. If you pet him, he will pout. Or if you don't pet him, he'll pout for eternity. So you need to pet the gosh darn fish, and he will let you know when he wants to be pet. And Tom didn't believe me at first. I hope
all you have to do is put your hand in there, and he swims right into your hand. It's unbelievable. That's the first thing I tell everybody. I'm like, I have a fish that lets you pet him. He likes to be pet. Oh yeah, he's easily twice the size of my hand at this point between his body and then his fins. Like he's huge.
Well, just like when the day you guys came to pick them up and you caught all of them but him, I'm like, he's not going to get in the net. Let me hand catch him. And literally he swam up to me and I just picked him right up. Yep. He's like, where are we going, Mom?
Come on, let's go for a ride. Florida Fish Rescue says they have a 3.5-foot catfish that will swim into your lap for pets.
Oh, that's so awesome. What type of catfish is it? That's a pretty big cat. Red tail?
I was going to say, I wonder if it's a red tail.
No, we're just going to sit here patiently, wait for his answer.
Yeah, waiting for the answer. Did we miss Miss Lori telling us what kind of catfish she got, though? Did I miss that?
Maybe. We are girls and we do talk a lot. I see he's supposed to be putting a pool pond in. I don't see it.
Florida Fish Rescue says it is a red tail. His name is Big Puppy.
Oh, that is adorable. I mean, I wouldn't want to transfer him, but I wouldn't mind petting him. I've seen Ohio Fish Rescue when they're moving their fish. Sometimes they get slapped in the face. They have to get into their tanks and scuba gear to clean them. I'm good. Like I love it. I'm good. I am not getting in a bathing suit to clean my tank. It's not happening. It's not happening.
It's getting pretty close around here, not gonna lie. With the 300 gallons. Oh, Lori says they're tiny little anchor cats. They get an inch big.
I've seen those little guys. They're so cute.
Oh, that's adorable. I want to see them here.
Oh no. Tom's gonna be like, there goes my wallet again. And you're like, we're not adding any more fish. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Not adding any more fish. Oh, baby cat.
Yeah. Did you freeze?
Hello. Anything.
There you are. Am I freezing or are you freezing?
Over there? I don't know what happened. I don't know.
I think you're frozen, love. Why don't you try going out and coming back in?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you now. You're moving now.
Okay. Whew.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, you're moving. You're just laggy a little bit.
Okay.
That's why I was like, is it me or is it you? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I think it was me. Yeah, Tom says you're buffering. There I am. Yeah, we, I don't know. All day today, our Wi-Fi's been dropping in and out, and I don't know what's going on. Catfish Terry.
Hey, Catfish, why don't you come on up? Oh, come on, Catfish, come on up here. And Florida Fish Rescue said that
to make my stream.
Florida Fish Rescue said that his red tail does not like being picked up at all.
I can imagine not. That's not something that I would want to do at all.
No. Oh, 3 hours of buffering for live. Oh, that must. Oh, that's not fun.
Catfish says he doesn't have his makeup on.
Well, that's good. You're not supposed to. Let's go. You got to be stern with that one. He's probably busy watching the bikini fish.
Oh, Catfish Mama says hello all. Get up there, Catfish.
Hello, Catfish Mama. You are so welcome up here, lady. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Oh, and Catfish Nation says that Lori's got big catfish too. I can't remember if she's got a red tail too. I think she does. Her and Big J.
There's so many fish with so many. Yeah, so many fish, so many people, and so many. I was gonna say so many fish with so many cool people. I guess we can consider it that way too.
That way too. Yeah.
It has been a long day.
Don't I know it? I gotta start learning to like take a nap on stream days or something because.
I started exporting that live stream at 2 p.m. and it's about 62% exported at this point.
Oh, look
it's 9.
You.
It's 9 p.m. I need a new laptop. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it took me an hour You know.
So even Catfish Mama said, y'all, you should come up here, Catfish. And he's trying to say he needs to take a shower. You do not need to wash your hair, sir. You are fine as is.
Like Foxy says, we can't smell you.
Exactly.
And Lori says she has a couple catfish that are like 30 inches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, even like the tilapia, and like the tilapia only get, well, I mean, they'll get bigger, but ours are only about this long at this point. But like, when you go to net them, they're just crazy. Number one, they're super fast till you catch them, and then they just start splashing and going crazy. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, I wonder if us taking the fish out of the tank is like an alien abduction story to them. Like,
Probably.
when we have to take them out and like put them back in, are they like, Chef, where'd you go? Oh, I've seen things, man. You don't want to know. Can you imagine the stories if they talk to, like, I know, I'm crazy. I make my fish talk on videos. We know this story. But can you imagine them like getting back down to Bikini Bottom, wherever, be like, you were never gonna guess where I was.
Well,
I couldn't breathe. They took me to where I couldn't breathe, and it was so cold.
The other day when I was trying to look at those fish, when I was trying to send a video and send you pictures, I scooped them out and then I was putting them in the specimen container and I put them up on the shelf and I was like looking at them, so I could just imagine by the time I put them back in the tank, like what they were thinking. Like,
I can hear the story in my head now.
I'm like, is that a bump? Is that a bump? Is that? And I was like really all up in the specimen container. So it's funny that you mentioned that because I'm sure like they could come up with some serious stories about what they
probably could. I gotta get out of my head because I'm creating a whole storyline up in here.
Oh my goodness. Who was talking about doing a cartoon the other day? Oh, Butcher Block was when he was on Carver's stream. He was talking about doing a cartoon. We should do a cartoon about the fish alien abduction.
That'd be really cool. Do you have any animation skills?
I can edit, but I don't know about animation.
I know there's Toonstead. Toonstead does animation online.
There you go.
On YouTube.
Anybody? My chat jumped up.
Hello, John Larson. Hello, GRB. Welcome, guys. Did you freeze again? Hello, Charles.
No, I think I'm okay. Sorry, I was reading.
That's okay.
Hi, Team Ranger.
I don't hear your earphones today.
You don't hear it today? It's still there. I pushed it back a little bit, though, but we're moving it. We officially decided today. We were in the fish room, and I'm like, that thing's got to go. Like, especially if I'm going to be streaming on Saturdays, I'm like, it can't be here. So, but Tom came up with a really good idea. We're going to move it to the other side of the wall because we have storage on the other side, and we're going to move it to the other side of the wall. And instead of moving all of the air hoses, we're going to get a big hose to run from the pump itself over to the room, and then all of our little air hoses will come up from there.
It's a really good idea. And hello, Team Ranger.
Hi, girls.
Hey.
Hi.
So I'm not here for long. I just thought I'd pop in and see if I could give Big Puppy his cameo for the night. He hates it when he doesn't get on TV. He does. He gets really mad when he's not on TV every night.
Well, thank you for popping up. We appreciate it.
So, how are you guys tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. Other than I'm walking around barefoot, which I don't normally do. And so if you see me trip, that's what that's all about. So I'm going to switch this camera around so you guys can see Big Puppy if I can find him. He's kind of hiding under stuff at the moment.
Okay.
All right, here. Let me make it big.
Okay. So let's see. First off, the goldfish are doing good. Now, believe it or not, Big Puppy, who is a giant catfish, does not eat those guys. Everybody in this tank belong. There's Oscars in here. There's goldfish in here. There's Texas cichlids in here. There's flower horns in here. Iridescent sharks. I have some of the weirdest mix of fish, but everybody gets along. I think it's probably because I overfeed a lot. But
That's
let's
such
see if
an
we-
awesome pond.
Yes.
There he is. There's our
Oh,
good boy.
Look
wow.
at him.
There's our big
He's
boy.
beautiful.
He
That
is
patch-
beautiful.
Yeah, that patch on his back is. I had no idea. I just learned this just recently. But red-tailed catfish actually shed their skin like a snake. And
Yeah, I remember
he-
learning that from you earlier.
yeah, it freaked me out. And all of a sudden, he was shedding skin, and I didn't know what horrible thing I had done to him that I couldn't imagine having done. But as it turns out, it's normal. That's what he's supposed to do. So
That's really fascinating.
yeah,
Because I never knew they shed either.
He's a little touch sensitive right now too, because I think it's kind of sore. So
Yeah.
you know, he likes to have hands on him. He's actually really pretty friendly about that. But since the shedding thing, if I touch him, he takes off. So I'll leave him alone and not freak him out.
Like, how long does it take for them to go through a shed, and how often do they shed?
Yeah, I'm learning. I don't know. It's been 3 weeks now.
Mhm.
So, and most of it is healed up. So I'm guessing, a month or so. But
Very cool.
yeah, he's doing pretty well. And these
And
guys.
do you know about how often they shed? Is that like an annual thing?
I think it has to do with their growth. When we first
Oh.
got him, he was about 8 inches shorter, and he's grown as much as he has, as fast as he has. I think he needed to shed it so that he could fit into his skin again. So I don't think it's I don't think you could say it happens every 4 or 5 months. I think it just depends on how fast they grow.
Okay.
So who else have we got hanging out tonight? There's Grumpy. Grumpy is being grumpy, and the goldfish are doing fine. Everybody's kind of hiding
Very
tonight.
cool. Maybe it's bedtime for these guys.
It is. I just threw the light on them just a minute ago. They're all kind of mad at me, I think.
They're all going to be grumpy now.
Yeah. And I guess
Now,
we can
how
head
big
over
is
here.
that pool? The one that you just showed, how big is that one?
That is 2,000 gallons when it's fully, or no, I take that back. It's 2,400 gallons when it's totally full. But the problem is that with a pool like this, you don't want to keep it 100% full because it gets, I don't know, it just doesn't feel safe to me. So you actually probably lose 500 gallons in not keeping it 100% full, or 400 gallons, something like that. And
Hello, Cassie Lee. Welcome.
then we've got these guys. That's the Pacu. And on video, they don't look that big, but they're actually pretty good size. They're, 2.5 feet, each of them. And they're really cute. If I can get a close-up picture, they actually have human teeth, which I think is cool.
I think that's a little creepy factor about
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get that. I do. I understand. I comprehend that. But it is super cute. They actually have smiles. Like when you can get them up close and personal, they actually smile at you like a person, and it's just, I don't know, it's cute. Oh hell! I just
Maybe
realized.
it's cuter when they're little, but I have seen like a 50-pound Pacu smile before, and I'm like, I'm not food. I know you're I know you like vegetables, but I'm not food.
Yep. Sorry, I just realized I have to back cycle the sand filter. Hold on a second, I'm doing that. My water flow was down, so they should have a nice, that pipe right there usually drops a nice water flow in for them, so they get lots of oxygenation. But when the sand filter gets clogged up, it doesn't make it out like it's supposed to. So I'm fixing that.
Yeah, we have a sand filter that we were thinking about putting on our 300 gallons, connecting them. We have 300-gallon tubs and connecting them and putting a sand filter on them. Oh no. Is that me?
Freeze.
I was gonna say that's not me, is it? Oh, there he is.
Oh, did I
We
drop?
lost-
Did I drop? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm outside. Whenever I'm outside, the Wi-Fi is a little lackadaisical. But anyway, yeah, the only problem you're going to have with the sand filter is that you do have to backwash it. I tend to have to backwash it twice a day.
Okay. Oh, I think we lost him again.
Maybe connect. Do you want to take him off full screen?
All right. Well, I'm not going to buffer you guys all night, so I will just get the heck out of here. But bye.
Well, we appreciate
Thanks.
you coming
Well,
up.
thank you. Yeah, thank you for showing us your fishies.
Yep. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.
They're
Bye.
awesome. Bye.
Catfish Nation says it makes them want to set up the other pool pond.
What are you waiting for? Let's go. So, your Tom is informing you that that's your next grow out pond.
Yeah. I don't know where he's gonna put it. We were trying to decide where we're gonna put a 55. We have a 55 that he resealed that we were gonna use, and I'm like, where are you gonna put it? Like, we literally have nowhere to go with it.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and where
Oh,
there
I'm
isn't a
sure.
way, there's an addition.
Yeah, I'm sure. We're gonna have to start building up, I think. I told him,
Yeah.
I said, I think I'm gonna have to double decker like we have a 55, it's just fully planted and it's all just plants. And I said, I think we're gonna have to double decker and put another 55 above that.
That would be a good idea.
Hi, John. I don't know if I saw you before, but welcome. Oh, he
Hello,
says he's gonna
John.
put it outside. Oh, he wants to do like an outside pond just for like summer grow out with the tilapia. Try and grow them out as much as we can, and then shut her down. But he was
And let
talking
them
about
Let them get some fresh, like some pure sunshine,
yeah.
healthier fish.
Hi, Rico.
Rico is
Doing
here.
double duty.
Hello,
Welcome.
Rico. It's nice to see that fishy jerk in chat.
Oh, Catfish Nation says he thinks he's gonna put up a video tomorrow on what they have set up now. So,
Oh, that's
Catfish
exciting.
Nation, where would you put your other pond? Is it gonna go in the basement with everything else, or would it be an outside pond? Because I know they're not terribly far from us, so the only thing with the outside is, keeping it heated during the winter or moving it,
Yeah, because I think they're in Maryland, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yeah.
But tubbing season is fastly coming upon us. I
Yes,
can't
it
wait.
is.
I know that I'm looking to move right now because of the issue with the furnace fire and the landlord and the cleaners and the insurance, and I just don't want to deal with it all. It's easier to move than it is to move all my stuff back out and then back in for the cleaners to clean.
Right.
So I just kind of want to go, but either way, I still want to do some tubs this season, and I'm like last year I did the Blackmores, and I just let them do what they did, and you got those 4 little beautiful babies out of it. This year, I think I want to grow the zebra danios.
There
I
you
want to take them
go.
out of the because I have them in the pond in the bedroom now.
Okay.
Because I took the pond off the porch and I put it in the bedroom. And so I have a pond in the bedroom, and it's been doing great all winter. So in the spring, I'm gonna be dragging it back outside. I know I'm crazy, but I love it. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
You
But
should
I
get
also
one just for outside, keep the one in your bedroom, and put another one outside.
true.
Mm. Oh, Catfish Nation says it would have to be inside in the basement. Just have to figure out where we're going to move our bed to.
Waterbed, anyone?
Right?
Just buy a wetsuit. That's your pajamas. You'll be fine.
You need like a roll-out bed to go over top of the pond.
That'd be cool.
FFR, thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you, FFR. It was lovely having you up here.
That catfish was beautiful.
It was. And I can't believe that I really didn't know that they shed, like slough their skin off. Like I've noticed even like the Corys, like I've had to treat them before, and they'll get like they look like they've had a sunburn, like their skin will peel and slough right off, and then they're fine again. So it's like they go through a little bit of a shed, but that's from injury, not through growth. But
Right.
for a catfish to shed their skin and growth, that's really cool. But why? Now I'm curious. Now I gotta look into that, because why? What is the biological purpose of it? Why doesn't their skin just expand like other fish? Now I
Yeah.
need to know. So I'm gonna have to write that down.
There you
So I
go.
remember to look it up.
Take notes.
It's Kevin! Hello, Kevin!
Welcome.
Welcome. Lovely to have you.
And you're welcome to come up with us if you'd like to. We're just
Kevin's
talking
awesome.
fish ailments, things like that.
Squealy girl stuff about cute fish.
Mermaids, unicorns, whatever comes up. Oh, I know what I was going to say. You were talking about getting pea puffers.
Yeah, little murder beans.
I really wanted pea puffers, but I couldn't really find any locally. So that's when I ended up with the green spotted puffer that I have. And then when I got the 15 and I was asking for suggestions on what I should put in it, everybody was like, pea puffers. And I was like, I really always have wanted pea puffers. And Tom was like, I don't think you need pea puffers.
And although I'm only about an hour away from you, that's been my issue too, is sourcing pea puffers locally.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's really nothing. I don't know. Maybe if we like went Allentown's direction, towards Allentown's where I actually got my puffer. But like just up here, you just can't find them.
I know it's like the fish hobby isn't as big further north. That drives me bananas, because I'm super into fish. Fish are awesome. There's like a Facebook group for people that keep fish in our area. That there isn't a better like supply of fish in the area.
Yeah.
It's sad. Like even like there's only like one mom and pop in the area, and they're you've been there. You know the fish don't do well. Like that. Yeah. They need to learn how to keep fish before they can sell fish.
Yeah.
I feel bad saying that, because I do support mom and pops, but they banned me from the store at one point for offering to volunteer to help them take care of their tanks because they're in such bad condition. So you know what? You can kiss my grits. I tried.
Right. Yep. Lori says she got more pea puffers today.
I'm not jealous at all, Lori. That's so not fair. I want pea puffers. And I was talking to a friend who I had on my stream on Thursday, Nathan Fishboy, and he said pea puffers in Australia, because they have to import them, go for like $200 a little murder bean.
What?
I was like, oh my gosh.
That's
oh my gosh.
crazy.
And I'm like, you don't even want to know how much they are here, because on Petco's website they're saying $7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, just shush up right now.
Rico says he got his pea puffers from Aquahuna.
Ah, yeah. I saw that Rico Stan has had great success with Aquahuna, but I've ordered from them 3 times, and every time they've come in with Colmenares, and half my order has been dead. So so I won't order from Aquahuna again. I've given them 3 chances, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And I saw that Rico's fish got out there, and they're happy and healthy and alive, and they're from Aquahuna. I was like, why? He's farther north than me. Like, why is his fish okay and mine are just murky water? I don't.
Well, my baby chicks that came in this week are doing really well.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of live things arriving in the mail, they were all doing really well, and they're all still doing really well. I'm so happy. I was so worried. I was really worried.
What breed are these ones?
Same thing. They're the ones to replace the ones that I lost. Yeah. So the dark Brahmas, they're going to be my egg layers, and then we got some just meat chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin says he got some CPDs and some panda. I think that's supposed to be Corey's from Aquahuna.
You guys just have better luck than me, you know? I did. I legitimately gave Aquahuna 3 chances, and every time they came in with both Colmenares and half the order dead. And that was CPDs the first 2 times, and then it was pea puffers, or not pea puffers, excuse me, pygmy cories the 3rd time. They are, because I want them so bad. The pygmy cories the 3rd time, and I know they don't ship well, but there's no reason I should have ordered 12 and I only ended up with 3.
Yeah.
And they're like, too bad. I won't do business with a company like that. So I will wait till I can find a better place.
Yeah.
And what stinks is that Aquahuna has like such an amazing selection, and their fishy, like their shipping is cheap. Fishing is cheap. Their shipping is cheap. When you're fishing for fish, their shipping is cheap. But I believe that they're just an importer, so I don't think that they like even feed their fish. I think they just get them in and send them on.
I gotcha.
And maybe that's been my issue. Maybe my area, because I know my mail is slow in my area. So technically, like typically, they take 1 day longer than normal.
Mm-hmm.
But in that 1 day shouldn't cause that much death. Like,
right.
That's a lot. Like, instead of it taking 1 day, it takes 2 days. Like, they shouldn't all be dead and like cloudy water in 2 days.
Yeah, not for 2 days. Now, our panda cories, are they more like the regular size cories?
Yeah,
they're bigger
typicals.
Ones?
Yeah, they're typical. They're just black and white, and they're adorable. Like, I have to say, I think corridors are my specific favorite fish. I love when like they're just up in the front of the tank and they're doing their little dance and they're like winking at you, and it's just it's cute. It's cute. I love that they wink. It's adorable.
Do you know what I think Tom and we've officially decided is like one of our bucket list fish is mud skippers.
They are so cool. I love watching Danikin's mud skippers.
They're
so ugly. They're awesome.
I know.
I love them so much.
I think, I don't know. We try not to get fish that require a super big tank. Our tilapias are going to take up, and like our tilapia are for our aquaponics and our food. So like that's our first priority, and they're going to take up so much room. So like, we got the Danios and the neons and like some littler stuff and stuff you can keep in smaller tanks. And then we have a big 150-gallon tub with Oscars in it. So we agreed we would try and keep the fish that require like real big tanks to themselves, or like, and then I got my puffer, which of course needs at least a 30. It's in a 30, and it's got to be brackish to marine water, and it's
And how many Blackmores are you?
And you can only keep one in a tank, and I'm like, so we break that rule all the time, but we really try and stick to the like smaller stuff. But we both really have fallen in love with the mud skippers, so I think it's going to eventually happen.
But how many Blackmores do you have right now that require 30 gallons apiece?
Quite a few. Let's see, Beauty Beast, 4 babies, and then 4 additional babies.
So 10. They've doubled.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to lie. Every time I stick my hand in that tank and I go and I, mess with the sponge filter, I'm waiting for like another baby to just swim out of the, the darkness somewhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because that's how the 4 that we've gotten from them, that's how it's happened. We would just be in the tank cleaning, moving stuff around, whatever, and next thing you know, a little baby comes swimming out, and we're like, okay, let's add it to the tiny baby more tank.
Yeah, like I've noticed, like the parents will eat the eggs all up, but they won't eat the babies, even if they're teeny tiny brand new fry.
Yeah, they don't really mess with them. I just usually pull them out here so I can keep an eye on them and stuff, but they've been pretty good. So,
or maybe they're just really weird Blackmores because they like to be pet. They don't eat their kids.
Mm-hmm. That could be. Let's see.
What's Chad saying?
Yeah, I'm listening here. Catfish Terry said his battery's going down. He'll be back. Oh, Kevin, you did get your shrimplets and all your shrimp moved over and everybody's pretty good? We were trying to tell him the other night how to, he had, his tank sprung a leak. So he had quick got everybody out of the tank and he moved, he had moved the substrate and the plants and everything. And then he had the shrimp and stuff and the shrimplets in a tub, and we were trying to help them get them into the tank as safely as possible. Because his shrimp, the babies, I think that day they were only a day or 2 old. Like they were.
Oh, so they were like teeny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good that you were able to get them, Kevin. For the most part.
Yeah, and we told him, we're like, Kev, you're gonna miss some, but like, there's no way. They're so tiny. But I'm glad he got most of them going.
I'm sorry your tank sprung a leak. That really stinks. That's originally what made me take my Blackmores from a 55 and put them in 110. Because my 55 sprung a leak on the bottom, which you guys just resealed it.
Mm-hmm.
But also like
55 that he wants to put up, and I'm like, I don't know where you're gonna go with it.
And I'm just like, I felt like even then, like a 55 wasn't big enough for 2 Blackmores because they were big, like they were already big boy and big girl already, and putting them in 110, like they seemed to be comfortable, but I wish I could have given them a little more room. And then they made babies in there, and then they had their little. It was cute because their babies would follow them around, like.
Mm-hmm.
Are they really as bad as everyone says, or maybe people aren't keeping them like how they're actually happy when they're actually content and happy? Maybe they're comfortable with their kids. I never ever saw them chase their fry to try to eat them.
Yeah, no, we haven't had any issues. We have
the only aggression issue I've ever seen was with Beast, and that's when he was first coming into puberty, and he was like knocking everything all over the tank because he didn't know what was going on, and I was like, oh my goodness, this goldfish is going nuts, and I didn't realize it was a boy, so I just thought he was like losing his mind, and then like I put another Blackmore in there, and they spawned, and I was like, "Oh, good, that's his problem. He's a boy."
He's a boy. And Kevin says he
Not
needs
that.
to put
Let
some
me
more
correct
tap
that.
in there.
Not that being a boy is a problem, but that was his individual problem. I can hear chat thinking it. What?
Uh-huh. I know. Catfish Terry already said the other night that I was the head of the feminist fish tuber movement or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we burn bras here. Have on that note, have a good night, Rico.
Troop says guppy tubs. I'd
Guppy
love
tubs
to
are
do a
nice.
guppy tub. I think that would just they're just so beautiful.
You just have to watch out with that because you're gonna make more guppies, but where are all those guppies gonna go if you don't have a fish to feed them to, or store to, sell them to, pass them along to friends to share them with? Then you're
Yeah.
making a lot of fish, and come winter, especially in our area,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a problem. It's cool to make them, but if you give them too much of a space, they'll make way too many of them.
Right.
And for Lori's birthday, it looks like she's been going fish store hopping. Sounds pretty sweet.
That's an awesome birthday gift.
Now we don't, as you know, we don't have many cool fish stores in this area. There's only the PetSmart and the Pet Supplies Plus,
Mhm.
which doesn't even sell frozen food. So in my book, that's not even a fish store. They just happen to sell some fish.
Yeah. I like the Pet Supplies Plus in Wilkes-Barre. That one's not too bad. It's always pretty clean. All of our fish we've gotten from them have always been healthy. We haven't had any issues, so I do like going there. And the two fish people that I've dealt with from there, they seem to know their stuff. You know what I mean? Like they can carry on a normal conversation with you, and not just
look puzzled or like
puzzled or
yeah.
like Mm-hmm.
Let me ask my manager that question.
Yeah, exactly. And at this point, they know who we are. So when we go in there, they're like, "Oh, hey, look at this new fish we got." And I'm like, "No, I don't need to look at any new fish that you got. I'm here for a specific reason."
Oh, I thought you were the one.
That way.
Of course, I know. I thought you were the one that goes, "Yeah, I need to see the new fish." And Tom Swallow says, "No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't need to see the new fish."
Usually, I am. I'm like, it doesn't hurt to look at the new fish.
It hurts very much.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hurt. It's dreadful.
Yeah. And that's how we got most of our littler fish that we have. I saw them somewhere and I was like, "Oh, look how pretty! Wouldn't they be pretty?" And then, that's what happens.
Lori, you're lucky. She says that they have tons of fish stores down her way.
I know. I wish we just had at least like one good one. Like a real good one. That would be nice.
That isn't such a far drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a pretty cool one down in Lebanon, but how far is that from me? I think that's like 2.5 hours from me.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 from you, about 2 from me, and I think Lori said she's about an hour. I think is what she told me. South.
She's in another state, and she's closer than us.
Yeah.
Not jealous at all, Lori.
She's like, I asked her, I was like, "Have you ever been there?" And she's like, "Oh, I go there all the time." And I was like, "Yes."
That's awesome, though.
Pride Moore says they're going to the fish stores tomorrow. There's a couple of them around.
And T-Bone says that he has to go pick up the missus. Be safe, T-Bone, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yes, thanks for stopping in. Oh yeah, Lori, she got the 150-gallon stock pond that's the one that she was putting in the basement.
That's awesome.
Now, Lori, your baby catfish that you got, they're not going in that big tank, are they? Are they going in something else? But yeah, so we've officially decided that the Moors are gonna probably keep their tub. I mean, like Beauty and Beast, I'll take them inside, but I still need a tub for everybody else because at the end of the day, even the tank that's in the house is a 90. With Beauty and Beast in it, and with I really want to try and like really heavily plant that tank and leave it go for a little while before I put them in it because I don't want them to devour all my plants right away. But
and they will, because when I would trim my tanks, I would take all the tank salad, as I called it, the scraps, and I would dump them into the pond, and they'd eat it all up. Those fish eat every plant: Anubias, hornwort, balsinaria, duckweed, of course, just everything, stems, crypts, floating. If it goes through photosynthesis, those goldfish will eat it.
Absolutely. We do the same thing. We do the trimmings or the whatever, and I mean, we've bought them stuff to put in the tub. They just eat everything. Literally, just anything you put in there, they eat.
They're like little. Good thing they're not big pointy teeth like sharks. Because how they test something is they take a bite of it. And if they like it, they come back for more. Even if they don't like it, they come back for more, and they just chew it up and spit it out, because I've seen them doing that too. Rico stands right. They are fishy drinks.
Yeah, they are. I think the only thing he's kept on the tank is, I think he's got dwarf water lettuce floating on it over there. And they won't eat that.
Even when I had the redwood floaters floating in the tank with the juvenile goldfish, they'd go up and eat all the roots off the redwood floaters. And they'd only leave the pads.
Yeah, maybe they're eating the roots. I need to look, but the pads are still floating up there so far. But everything else, no matter what it is, moss, plant, anything, you put it in there, they eat it.
You swear they were starving.
Along with anything, any actual food you put in the tank. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
Roxanne, you finish acting dinner? What? I seen the topic fish ailments and treatments, and you didn't invite the fish doctor?
Stephen, I've been waiting for you to come and join us.
Put on your best shade of red, buddy, and hop on up.
Come on. I pinned the link. It's right at the top. Kevin, literally, they eat everything. Like, I'm not even joking you. They eat everything.
I like what John Larson said. Goldfish are lawnmowers in the sky.
Yes.
They kind of are. They're just the electric version, so they're really quiet. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm visualizing that because I have a way overactive imagination. The new lawn care service.
The Blackmore.
Instead of a pack of goats, you hire a tank of Blackmores.
Around here, we have. Well, we don't have them right now, but we had goats too. Like, could you imagine the Swampy Acres Lawn Care Service going out? Goats, Blackmores.
That'd be great.
Kevin says, "Did you finish eating dinner?"
Yes. From yesterday? Yeah, I finished eating dinner yesterday. today I actually had something really good because of Lenten season. The pizza places in our area are making pagash pizza. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
It's pizza that has mashed potatoes on it. So it's not
Oh.
normal pizza. It's like the pizza crust, and then it's got the like seasoned mashed potatoes with caramelized onions, and then a crap ton of melty cheese on top. It's so good. That's what I had for dinner, was a slice of that.
That sounds delicious.
So it's starch and carbs, as you know, it's perfect. It's the trifecta.
Yeah,
Starch,
absolutely.
carbs, cheese.
Kevin says, Stephen the biologist, get your butt up there.
Yes, I did, Kevin. You should always take your merry time when eating.
That's how you get belly issues, eating too fast. Catfish Nation, thank you for hanging out with us for as long as you did. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for coming in, Catfish Nation.
We'll keep an eye out for that video.
Def will. Are you coming up, Kevin? Are you chickening out on us?
I thought I saw him say he was tired from all the streaming he's been doing lately.
But he keeps talking. His fingers aren't tired.
Stephen says, laugh out loud, I would, but all of my cherry red lipstick.
Grab a maraschino cherry out of the fridge real quick.
Yeah. All natural. Oh,
yeah, I didn't put on much makeup tonight. All I did was put on a little bit of lipstick. I'm like, I don't have time for makeup today.
No.
I'm still trying to export this video.
The only thing about me going at 8 instead of see, Swampy usually goes at 9 on his Thursday streams, which is perfect because our kids are usually in bed by 7.
Usually.
I say that loosely, but usually they're in bed by 7. Asleep by 8, usually, always, but usually in bed by 7. And but at least if they're in bed by 7, asleep by 8, by 9 o'clock, I'm done what I need to do, and I can sit down and I mod for him or whatever. Well, with starting the stream at 8, it just kind of puts a little bit of a crunch time in there. So
yeah.
I'm throwing the kids to bed at 7, and I'm like, all right, everybody else, help clean up. Let's go. I gotta go.
Yeah, Swampy and I were actually hashing out a stream for him and I to do, kind of like Jess and Chubbs does.
Right.
So we've decided that this upcoming Friday, we're going to be doing like a little hangout where the first hour is going to be on my stream at 8 p.m. on Friday. And then at 9 p.m., we're going to switch over to his channel.
Sounds
so
good.
That's going to be really cool.
So we'll be streaming weekends then. Swampy will go Thursday, Friday it'll be you guys, and then Saturday it'll be us.
Yes, X will. Yeah. Monday I mod for Jess and Chubbs. And Tuesday I mod for Diego, and then I'm on with Terry. And Wednesday, I'm actually free Wednesday, but then Thursday I have my stream with Miss Mary Page. And then Friday I have my stream with Mr. Swampy. And then Saturday I have my stream with Mrs. Swampy.
Look at you!
And then Sunday I'm free, I think.
Sunday's gonna be my sleep day from now on.
Like I told Tom earlier, I think I'm the new female Ed.
There you go. There you go. Making a cameo everywhere.
Yeah. And we're waiting for Amy to come back. So when Amy comes back, I'll be doing a stream with Miss Amy, and me and Miss Mary Page will be moving to another day.
Okay.
So I think I'm only gonna end up having like one day off a week, and I'm not even getting paid for it.
Oh God.
This is gonna be fun. Let's see how long it lasts.
Well, the good thing is, like, when you're doing a stream with somebody, and that's why I asked you to co-host with me, because then, like, if I can't make it on a Saturday, I just be like, hey, Foxy, you want to just take this Saturday, you know? Or, like, if you
Yeah.
can't make it, just let me know. And then you have a backup, you know, and you don't feel like,
Yeah.
Brian Moore says I wanted to be the female Ed.
You still can be, William. I'll hand over my, how many jobs is that now? Plus me having to make my own videos.
Mm-hmm. Steven says I'm probably the only one with almost 100 pineapples and make no content. I'm a horrible channel owner, he says.
What is Patty talking about?
I don't know. I was just going to scroll up here and see.
It's beautiful channel letting it right away. Are you talking about Steven's channel? Oh, thank you, GRB. I'm actually doing pretty good. I finally just broke the 300 check valve threshold. I think
Nice.
last I checked, I was sitting at 316. So slowly chugging along. I don't think that's too bad. I think I started posting in September, I want to say.
There you go. Yeah, that's not
So,
too bad.
yeah, I don't think I'm doing too bad.
And
I gotta make more. I gotta make more videos. Like I've been slacking a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I have to make some more for Tom too, because I do all of his editing and stuff, and I gotta get on there. I was pushed out a couple weeks, but I know that time is encroaching quickly, so I know I'm gonna need to get in there and get some more editing done.
Yeah, busy season's coming.
Yeah, exactly. We have so much starting to go on. We were out there today. We did a bunch of cleaning up on the homestead. We got some bushes trimmed down. We have a really big butterfly bush in front of our bedroom, and it was like over the top of the house, and it needed to a haircut for spring. So we trimmed it down.
It was reaching up for all the butterflies to find it.
Mm-hmm. Kevin says he needs help editing. Well, shoot me an email, Kevin. I'll give you some tips. And Foxy does her. You do yours completely from your phone, don't you?
Yes, I do. So
Yeah.
Kevin, if you have Messenger, give Facebook, give Messenger, message me on the Messenger app, and I'll help you figure out how to do it on your phone.
Yeah, and I do all mine from the PC. So.
And I do all mine from the phone. So. One or the other.
One or the other, or shoot us both one, and we'll give you what we do. Of course.
You're welcome, Kevin. No problems. I always help out a showmate. I think that's what I'm definitely gonna call my people, my fish community, my showmates.
There you go. I like it. Thank you, Lori. Lori's fantastic.
She is. She's so awesome.
Lori, like whenever she's here, I really feel like I don't have anything to worry about, because I know if like something pops off, Lori's there. She drops links faster than I can say anything, and she's just always there. I love her. I really do.
Or sometimes like you're thinking about something and she posts it in chat and you're like, Lori, get out of my head. I love you, Lori. Hey, Third Coast Aquatics, thank you for coming in.
Hey, thanks for stopping. We're doing pretty good. We were talking fish ailments and some treatments. Now we're just talking fish in general.
Just kind of talking. Occasional unicorn pops up, you know.
Unicorns, mermaids, all kinds of stuff.
Steven has said he's just here to look pretty, but if he was here just to look pretty, then he'd be up here. Steven.
Hint, hint.
Steven was actually probably the biggest push. He's probably the biggest reason why I even started posting videos.
Oh, yeah?
He encouraged me to. He talked me into it.
Good.
So
That's good,
thank
though.
you, Steven. I haven't forgotten about you. How does who do what? Kevin.
Oh, I think he's talking
Scary.
about Lori.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. I'm just assuming she has some magical powers, and I'm accepting it. As long as we're nice to her, she won't turn us into little creatures that like scurry in the forest.
I like to think there's just like a lag, and that like maybe I said something, and in that time period she got it and she put it up. Like,
See,
you know,
I'm not like that. 'Cause
technology.
my brain is so overactive. No, it's immediately whimsical and magical and something with fairies and gnomes and that stuff. And yeah, that's me. It's not an insult. That is a complete compliment.
It's good to have an imagination. Did you read that?
What Kevin said?
No, Steven.
Oh, it's Steven. Pretty and sweet lady, like it's also. Oh, thank you, Steven. I'm still working on some of my shyness, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better. Like for the first forever, I wouldn't show my face, and now everyone knows my face, and everyone knows my giggle.
Your giggle.
And my obsession with mystery snails. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat tonight. I just can't get rid of. That's why I keep muting to cough, so I don't like blow out your eardrums.
I was like that earlier. I thought I had like something stuck in my throat. It just felt. Ugh.
I think it's just the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Change of seasons, everything's either gonna drain or. Yeah.
Oh, and it's clock changing time tonight.
Oh yes. Don't forget about that. It's spring ahead.
Spring
So 1
ahead.
hour ahead tonight, guys. I like what Lori said. I'll get you my little pretties and your little fish too. Love you, Lori. Kevin said, we love you, Roxanne. The live was absolutely amazing. You didn't need to worry about anything. Thank you so much, Kevin. I was a hot mess, a super hot mess before the stream. This is my first one, and I was just nervous because I'm not used to having to control everything.
Mm-hmm.
And getting the approval half an hour before going on live, not knowing if I was going to get it or not. That was the nerve-wracking part.
And well, and that's why I told Tom, I was like, give her ours, let her at least play on there, the night before, because I know the first night I got up here, like I didn't get a chance to get on. I see it every now and then when he's on, like he'll ask me for help and I'll pop over and show him something, but I don't really know StreamYard either. So like the first night I got on was the first night I got on when we did the stream last Saturday, and I thought, oh my gosh, and I was like, that's why I said, I know how that feels. Like, let her get on ours and at least play around so that she knows what buttons are what and has a general feel for it. Because
I was so grateful for that. And I think we ended up spending like 5 hours. Mm-hmm. So I have a pretty good feel on it. It was just the nerves of, your first stream and just the nervousness of, are you going to be able to keep up with everything you got to do, monitoring chat and making sure panels all good and moving the videos. And I had some great mods as well. I like Midroll, and I believe I even modded Steven, but I don't think he showed up on Thursday.
Oh.
But I had a really good team, and it was a really great turnout, and had an amazing panel. Lee even popped up and behaved.
Yes.
He behaved.
That
I was
the
so
miracle.
grateful for that. It was really awesome. All my favorite people showed up, minus a couple. Even Catfish Terry. It was
Mhm.
amazing. I can't wait again until this Thursday because I didn't tell anyone yet, but I have officially made Mary Page my partner in crime, so she will be on with me every Thursday from now on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. It'll be good to see Mary Page. I've
I've missed her face so much. She
Mhm.
modded, she was a co-host with Chris from MTA earlier,
Mhm.
and he kept calling her sappy, and I was like, don't you ever change. That's the best part about you. I love you, you big sappy woman. She's just pure light and love and
Mhm.
squishiness, and I love it. That's what I love her so much. That's why I call her mom. I
Food
just feel so
Forest
comfortable with her.
Permaculture, welcome. Thanks for stopping
Welcome, Food
in.
Forest.
Oh, Patty says about you co-hosting with Mary Page. I was wondering what you were talking about before when you mentioned that. How wonderful. Yeah, I'm hoping Mary pops up with us tonight, but I don't know because she was taking the grandkids out shopping. So,
and she's been chasing those grandbabies around since early this morning. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she hit the hay for an old people nap, like she likes to call it. But me and Mary were actually considering, like, I don't know if we're actually gonna call the stream this, but it's funny. Hot Mess Express.
Hot Mess Express? Yes, I love
Just call
it.
it the Hot Mess Express, and it's just two trains on the collision course, and I'm driving one and she's driving the other, and that's the thumbnail. You know, that should be perfect. Like Fish Fam Hot Mess Express.
There you go. I love it.
Every Thursday at 7.
There you go. I
I'm
love
not
it.
sure if I'm gonna stick with that name, but it tickles me so much.
Oh, Steven says he's going to be making a big YouTube sign for the lobby in the clinic where all the clients come in at, and it's going to have all the channels on it so everyone sees the Fish Fam's channels.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome, Steven.
That
is so
awesome.
nice of you to do that.
You'll have to put a video up of it, you know, when it's done because we're going to need to see it.
Yeah, and Kevin's like, "Oh my God, yay! We love you too, Kevin." And Patty said, "We sure do love Mary and get to regular scheduled Mary time as well as Foxy." Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I got a little girl's laugh forever. So yeah, I think Thursday nights are gonna go swimmingly. So it'll be Thursday with me and Mary, and it'll be Thursday with me and Swampy. Wednesday. Thursday with me and Mary, Friday with me and Swampy, Saturday with me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there enough me's in there?
I don't know. I sure hope so.
Instead of it being me, myself, and Irene is going to be me, myself, and Roxanne.
Yes, myself and Roxanne.
I might be a little tired today. I apologize. It's going to be silly.
I'm super exhausted today, man. All that fresh air, being outside.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is. To just stand outside and feel the sun on your face.
Mm-hmm. The baby, our littlest, just turned 1. And I had him outside in the pack and play the other day, and he was playing, and he ended up laying down and just taking a nap in the sunshine. I was like,
"Aww, that's so precious." They grow up so quick when they're little, as if they just spring up so fast.
I know. Scott's Aquatics, welcome.
Welcome, Scott.
Kevin says he will do at least a video of that. He's having it custom made, but he's going to be able to add channels on it himself.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy, Kevin. Thank you. I want fish medical and health videos.
I
Patty
agree,
said.
Patty. Steven better get on that.
What I have stickers, as you know, as maybe not too many people in chat know, and I originally sent out, I think, 57 envelopes my first time around, and 36 of those people did not receive their stickers.
Oh,
So
no.
if you are one of those 36 people, please email me again with your address, and I will definitely send you out another sticker, no issue. I have no idea what happened, but one of the few people to get my sticker was Lori. 6 weeks after I put all the letters in the mail, she was one of
wow.
only a handful to get them, so I don't know what happened. So I have to I had to send them all out again. Which
Yeah,
stinks.
Lori
It's
said
not cheap,
she
but I'll
got
do it.
hers. She said she got hers, but it took a while.
Yeah. And some people didn't even get theirs at all. So, but what's crazy is I sent a sticker to Lee in England in that set of letters,
Mhm.
and he got his letter 2 weeks after I mailed it. No one else got their stuff here. I don't understand.
Oh my gosh.
It does, Tom. My mail does stink.
Third Coast, thanks for stopping in. Enjoy your movie.
Thank you for stopping in. Yes, Scott, please just send me your address again. That way it lets me know that you are one of them that didn't get it, and I'll send you out another one, no problem. Hello, Robert. Welcome.
Tia and Aqua, feel free to come up with us if you want to hang out.
If anyone wants to come hang out with us, we don't bite too hard.
Yeah, Patty, I
Okay.
agree. The mail has been really bad across the country. I have noticed because we've been shipping stuff, and it's definitely starting to get back to normal. But there for a while, it was bad.
It's not normal in my neck of the woods yet. Like, I had to go to the post office and pick up my mail because they didn't deliver it for 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the rural service isn't even coming around to deliver my mail at this point. So that's why I'm not even ordering anything live, because I won't get it alive.
Right.
I'll be sitting at the post office and be like, oh yeah, you have mail here. So they've been really bad. Like, I'm really considering, like, did they just throw out all those envelopes? There's no way they all got lost.
Yeah.
Minus, like, I think, 14 or 15, something like that.
Mhm. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's a lot of stickers to lose. Because I pay 50 cents a piece for the sticker.
Right.
With my first run. So, like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't mean to complain about it, but it's just annoying. Like, I did the work. People asked them. I did the work. I sent them out, and they didn't get them. It makes me feel really bad.
Yeah.
Please, if you didn't get them, just send me another message. I will send you one out.
Tom says you just need to move.
I'm working on it. I'm already packing. I've already been packing. Oh, and if you need my email, if you don't have my email, it's on my About page. I'm underneath my channel thing. It's there. And if you have me on Messenger, you can hit me up there too. And Instagram. I also have Instagram. But I'm still learning how to use Instagram, so bear with me. How is your Etsy store doing?
It's doing really well, actually.
Yeah.
We've got 3 orders of stuff that has to go out on Monday. So it's doing pretty good. I'm impressed. We're going to be adding some more stuff up to it. I have some air plants. So I'm going to be selling some air plant kits. So I have like the little holder that they go in, some stones to go in, and a little bit of moss, and the air plant itself. So I'm gonna be selling those. Hopefully this week I'll get them up on the Etsy store. And I have a couple other little things I'm working on putting up there. So
That sounds really cool. That's awesome. Yes, GOB, exactly. It's like driving me nuts. I'm thinking, did like the mailman like hoard the stickers? Did they throw them out because like they didn't feel like dealing with them that day? Because when I send my stickers out, I send them all out with scented paper, and I write on it "scent with a hug," but scent like smell scent. Maybe they smelt the envelopes and they smelled so good they kept them all. I don't know. It's driving me bananas. I don't like it.
Somebody somewhere has a big Foxy Fishes wall of just 36 stickers.
Yeah, right.
Kevin says air plants. Yes, air plants are. I don't have any handy. They're plants. Hold on a second. Let me go grab you one. It's all you, Foxy.
Okay. And then no need to make new soaps. Yes, you do, because you need to make big bar soaps. I need them all. But yes, Kevin, you can find my email on my about page. It's definitely there. I wrote it down, so it shouldn't just be a link. And air plants, oh, they're so cool. Air plants are, I wouldn't even say they're an epiphyte plants, because like an epiphyte plant, as you know from dealing with fish tanks, I hope, are the plants that prefer to grow in rocks and wood instead of in the substrate. So air plants are similar but terrestrial, and they basically, instead of watering them, they mostly take up from the humidity in the air the water that they need. And if they're looking a little dry, if your house is usually not so humid, you can give them a quick soak and then put them back, and they're all good again. They're cute little plants. They're really good in terrariums with like geckos and stuff. That's an air plant.
That's an air plant. The cute little guy. Just. And then I have these little holders. So then you put like the little, I don't want to say substrate because they don't need like a dirt or anything, but you put like stones or moss in the bottom there. And then they sit
or like
inside.
Dried lichen.
And then they sit inside like that, or however you want to put them in there.
You thought we spoil bettas. We also spoil plants. They have their little own hammock and everything. They're so cool.
They are cool. And I have a bunch of I have a couple different colored ones. Like this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a pinkish on the top of it.
Yeah, pinkish I've seen purple. Those ones.
And then I have ones that are just all green, and then I have some that have like a really dark purple on it. They're really pretty too.
Now, where do you get your air plants from?
Another Etsy supplier. Air Plants Shop is the name of the shop or something like that. And I got a whole bunch of them.
You know how they have like the Chewy boxes where you can get like stuff for your dogs or your cats every month in a box, or they also have them for makeup, BoxyCharm. They also have that for air plants and succulents.
Do they?
Each month you get a couple new plants in a box, a subscription. I thought that was really cool.
Nice. My daughter for Christmas gave everybody a terrarium. So it's like a glass vase, and she did layers of substrate in her dirt and stuff. And then she put succulents in there with some stone around it. And that's what she gave everybody for Christmas this year.
I am a sucker for a good terrarium. I have way too many terrariums, and they're all native. I've all made them, and they're all self-contained. But there are a few that I do have to, like once a year, I'll have to take them apart or take the lid off and trim them back just to plant them down. And I actually have an ecosphere that for the first time, all the plants have grown up out of the water and actually pushing the lid off. So I'm
Oh,
going to be opening that to trim it back. And I think I'm going to end up making a video on that. And I also want to talk about the local watershed where the ecosphere substrate and the water came from, because I think that'd be pretty cool too. But that might be getting into a little bit TED Talk, and I don't know if people would appreciate that. But why not go for it? Just call it the Fox Talks.
yeah, exactly. I would go for it. I'd like to see that.
I'm gonna get a little Steven on people there.
There you go. Dave says, night all. Phone is dying. Tanks to move tomorrow. Good times. Have fun. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Sweet dreams. Have a good night.
Newman Outdoors, thanks for stopping in.
So yes, Patty concurs. Seconds it. There is a monthly succulent air plant box.
That is really cool. I feel like they have boxes for just about everything now, or like monthly subscriptions for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. I didn't know they had a plant one.
Well, I do think we spoil bettas, Kevin, because I know I spoil my betta. He's really spoiled. He will not eat unless I hand feed him. So again, I have trained another fish to need human contact on accident. And now if I don't feed him off a toothpick, he won't eat.
Oh
so
my
I gotta
God.
stop doing this to myself. No, I love the interaction. I absolutely love the interaction. But if it's a busy day and I literally just have to drop food because I have something else to do, he won't accept it. He'll just pout and pout and pout and pout, and then he'll chase the pygmy cories. And although I know he's playing with them, it's always a fear that he's gonna turn and eat them. So this fish is teaching me how to.
He's training you.
Yeah, he's training
That's
me.
what the fish is doing. He's training you.
It's I love him. He's a beautiful fish. He's definitely fitting of his name, King Xerxes.
He is pretty.
KG Tropicals has beautiful bettas.
Yeah.
That's where he came from.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I don't know if it was one of their videos or if it was in a live or something. They were talking about their bettas.
Yeah. He was in one of their videos of when she was showing all the bettas.
Mm-hmm.
He was in one of the tanks behind her. And I went on the website and I saw and I was like, ooh.
That's the one I want.
He's adorable. And he's such a royal purple that fades into a beautiful like crimson red.
Oh.
It was really cool.
GRB says his first betta fry that he bred this summer are coloring up nicely. Some very interesting colors and patterns are forming. They're amazing.
That's awesome, GRB. Do you have any videos on them?
Welcome back, Bateson.
Welcome back, Bateson.
Well, I'm glad that you visited with your mom. That's very important.
Yes, it is.
So I opened the stream up to guys tonight,
and
none of the guys came up.
No. What's going on? We had Susan come up, and we had.
I was so happy she was able to come up. I had invited her for last week, but I knew that she wasn't. I don't think she was feeling up to it or something last week. So, but
she actually had
she was able to come up.
She was supposed to have a ladies live stream earlier today, but she was having internet issues. So I'm very happy that she was able to pop in, spend some time.
Yeah, I was worried. Our internet kept dropping in and out all day. Today too. So I was kind of worried what tonight would bring. Good night, Sandy. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Sweet dreams, Sandy. Thank you for being with us.
And GRB says he doesn't have any videos on this year's batch yet, but he does have better videos from last year's spawning.
But I need to see this year's ones.
Yeah, you want to see the coloring.
I wonder what all the batch where my betta came from, what his siblings look like, if they're all similar hues or not.
Yeah,
I've never bred betta before.
Yeah, that's something that like I've really like in researching my breeding with the couple ones that I have that I want to try and breed. And I was looking into guppies because Jess is sending me some guppies, but the ones that she's sending me, she can't get to breed. So I told her I would
the
just
green
give
ones.
them. Yeah, I told her I would just give them a pet home because I have been waiting for those green ones to breed since she got them because green is my favorite color and they are absolutely beautiful. And so I've been waiting months and months and months, and I kept bugging her every time I see her. But those green ones have babies yet? Them green ones have babies yet? She's like, no. So finally one night she was streaming and she's like, I just can't get them to breed. I don't know. I think I don't think they can do it. And I quick emailed her and I'm like, if you're looking for a pet home for them, I will take them. I will take all of them. Like I love them. But they're just so
sign me up.
Sign me up. I'll put them with the Moors.
Good night, Newman.
Night, Newman. Thanks for stopping in. Bateson, are you going to get up here and show us your new fish? And GRB says he'll try to get a video of some of them.
I would love that very much, GRB.
That's cool.
It would be.
But yeah, so I've really been looking into and reading on just genetics and breeding, and it's mind-boggling, but like so interesting at the same time. And I'm loving it.
I love the genetics of it all. That's where I nerded out most in school is anatomy and genetics. So, like, I don't know why that comes so easy to me, but sit me down with a gene square and a allele table, and I'm a happy camper.
Good to go, right?
Yeah. Just give me some genome sequences, and I'm good to go.
Tom, what are you online shopping for?
Just smile and nod, Tom. Smile and nod.
Hey,
Kevin.
Sorry, I just got home.
Welcome.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
We're doing good.
All right. We were out most of the day, so
I
just got home. Sorry about that. I was gonna come up, but I'm like, well, as it is, I'm using my iPad, and I know my brother usually gets upset because I'm using all the bandwidth, but who cares?
That's okay. Look at you. You due diligence. Your code isn't even off, and you're on stream.
I know.
Thank you.
I literally
you.
got home. I had to come up. Oh my God.
Thank you. Love having
I
you
really
up.
do enjoy. It's always fun.
So what were you guys up to? Just out on.
Well, it's my dad's birthday tomorrow, and it's my mom's on St. Patrick's Day. So Pi Day is my dad's, and then St. Patrick's Day is my mother's. So we went to go see his mother, Oakland, and then we went to Pacifica, to go do something. So.
Very cool. Well, tell your parents happy early birthday from the Fish Fam.
Yes.
I will. So I've been out, and I didn't even realize we were going to be out for that long. So I'm like, oh, well, I need to come in and watch. So, oh, well, I don't care if I use some of the bandwidth. I need to come in and watch. So sorry about that. I was on my iPad. So
no, it's okay. No sorries needed.
Message. Roxanne. What did Steven say this time?
Yes.
And Robert said that he has to get up early in the morning, otherwise he would come up. But we appreciate it, Robert. Thank you for being here with us, anyways.
Maybe next.
No, Steven, that's a bunch of bull hockey.
Oh, I always love Steven. And
Pretty doesn't intimidate. Pretty draws people in, and nobody's up here except me, Bold Mama, and Kevin.
Patiently waiting.
Exactly.
yeah, I noticed. Patty, I'm waiting for you to go up on stream.
I know. I've been
Yeah.
trying to get Patty up here since last week. She's not having it.
Maybe if I put out when my birthday is, maybe she'll pop up on my birthday stream.
There you go.
Gives her plenty of time to prepare. August
There you
2nd, be there.
Wait, are you serious, Roxanne?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No.
That's my brother's birthday. Mine's
Yeah?
2 weeks later.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then
Both Leos.
her birthday. What? Where is she? Where is she?
There she
Her
is.
birthday is
Aw.
the 18th. Her birthday is the 18th, and my parents' anniversary is actually on the 13th. So
That's so cool.
March,
You have a busy.
March and August are two very very fun months.
Yeah,
It's
my
always so-
family's birthdays are quite lined up.
Oh, really?
Because I'm one of 6
Oh.
siblings. And even
Oh,
my parents'
geez.
birthdays are close. So it's January 2nd, January 26th, February 26th, July 2nd, August 2nd, August 22nd, September 2nd, October 17th, and October 24th. That's all of our birthdays. Just the last 2 are odd. We all line up. And I believe, Bold Mama, for you, it's everyone's the 26th, right?
All of my babies were born on the 26th. Yep. Different month,
That's incredible.
but all on the 20 date of the 26th. And I have 4 kids, and all 4 of them landed on the 26th.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty. Yeah, it's quite funny. That is funny.
Kevin, did you email us?
I thought I did. I asked about the I thought I emailed, but I just got home, so I'm looking again now. I know I emailed Lori. But of course I was on my iPad, so I couldn't copy and paste first.
I had to put my lady glasses on to see a distance. My video is still not done exporting.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna cry already.
It's Swampy Acres 26. Yeah, okay. That's why. I was on my iPad, so it's really hard to type on my iPad.
Like I'm used to like swiping words on my phone. Like I don't type them in, I do the finger swipe method. And it messes my brain up so much to go from finger swiping words to typing them out on the keyboard. Because I can't finger swipe anymore, and I still try to finger swipe the keyboard.
Oh, I could never do the finger swipe thing. I can't master that.
That's the only way I type.
What are you on?
On an Android. It's just a phone.
Okay.
He's like, oh, an Android.
Oh.
I have an iPhone and I can't. I don't really. I mean, they just came out with it, so I don't use that feature much.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because unless there are words that you use a lot, it doesn't always recognize and it constantly changes it. And so I was like on my iPad and I have a smart keyboard, but it's hard because the keys keep on getting pressed because like the iPad's on the back.
Yeah.
So I just had a hard time with it. And so I'm like, oh geez. um, when you guys were like, "Oh, what the heck are you saying?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm on my iPad, and for some reason, it keeps. Well, I know why. It keeps on freaking auto-correcting, and I'm like, I don't know why it kept on doing that because I know I'm typing it incorrectly, but I'm doing some abbreviations because it's still hard on
Yeah.
the iPad."
Yeah, and I've noticed lately, like there's been something going on with autocorrect because I will write a good, decent Christian word and it changes it to something horrible four-letter-ish or worse. Like the word you. Why does it change to the bad word for boob? I don't understand why you keeps changing to the other word. Like that's highly annoying. Or when
Lol,
I
that
try to
I
type
didn't
people, or when I try to type people, it changes it to Oriole, the bird. Why?
what?
Yeah.
When have you ever said Oriole?
Never, never, not on this phone.
That's funny.
That's weird.
Stephen, if you do have that video, can you email that to us too, please?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Wait, email what?
The video that he has.
Ooh, I want it too. I really want it.
Put it on your
Right after
YouTube
this, I'll
channel.
have to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just put it on your YouTube.
Yeah, I wish he did. I don't think. I find it funny. He had you, Roxanne, but but he's not doing it.
Yeah, I know. He's a very busy man, though.
That's
He's
true.
got a lot going on.
He's on here
But
all the time, which is great, though. I loved his rant too. That was so much fun.
He has them every now and again. He can get a good rant on.
I love it.
How are your baby scrimpies doing?
They are actually not doing too bad.
That's really good.
Okay. I'm debating whether I want to do orange or sorry, for the orange neocaridina, whether I want to add a layer of like white or black gravel because I have sand in it right now, but it still seems like I don't know if it's not heavy enough or what, or there's not enough cap. I have a pretty decent cap, but it keeps on pluming, and so I'm worried that each time I do it, it's gonna keep on pluming.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
why don't you can put down a layer of gravel on top if that makes you feel better, or maybe a thicker grain of like what kind of sand did you cap with?
Just like play sand because that was what they had at Home Depot.
Play sand. So
yeah,
that's why it's pluming because it's very fine sand.
And that's all they had, unfortunately.
If you want to stop the plumage, you're going to need a bigger grain size. So if you can find it when it's available, pool filter sand.
Yes, I have heard that is a good idea. Okay.
So the pet store has the Carib Sea sand. It is a little bit more because it's marked for aquariums, but it's efficient. Also, like if I don't know if you have a store called Tractor Supply near you.
But I don't think we do. The closest one is like an hour or so away, so not really.
Oh. I was gonna say they also sell black blasting sand, which would make your orange shrimp pop so nice. I think you should go with black on top to make them pop.
Like black,
I agree.
Sandblasting or yeah, okay.
Like even if you use black gravel on top to hold down the sand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing.
If it'll help you sleep better at night. And also like the baby shrimps will hide down in the gravel.
Well, the hard part for me is it was hard because the way I was gonna do it was I was gonna add all the water into the side where the matin filter was.
Yes.
But I couldn't because all the shrimp were in the inside of the container that I had, and so I'm like, well, I can't just pour it in where the matin filter is because I need it. I really need it on the other side. So
The
I
predicaments of a leaky tank with babies in it. It's
it
always
was
a
enormous.
tricky thing to
But
navigate, but
I
you did
think I
good if
got
most of them are still good.
I
So
think I got a lot of them, and they're all on the Matin filter, so I'm happy about that.
that's good. Great success.
Yes. I kept on putting it off, and I finally did it, so that was good.
Tom said next Sunday you're getting a few more farm animals, Gold Mama.
Yes, we
Oh.
are. We're getting some new bunnies.
Bunnies
Mhm.
are they feeder rabbits?
Oh, jeez.
Are you gonna eat them?
Well, we're not going to eat them.
Oh gosh. But
They're babies. That's
Well,
worse.
they won't be babies when we eat them.
No, I know that's life on the homestead. I know how it works.
It
oh,
is.
so you're okay. But you're gonna eat the eggs? Gotcha.
From no.
You're not
Kevin,
you're not
I
gonna
love
hatch
you.
them out of the clothes?
Kevin, I love you. Rabbits don't lay eggs, buddy. Rabbits don't lay eggs.
Okay,
I
Kevin.
can't. Oh God,
Kevin,
that was
we're
really
getting
good. No,
rabbits.
that was really good. Oh, did he think?
So
No,
I think
yeah,
he thought
rabbits.
chicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So oh, and we're losing him. Oh, there he is. He's back. So we're getting rabbits, and they'll be our breeder rabbits. Well, we have some females already, so we're getting a new boy. And then we're getting another unrelated female who won't be related to us or the boy, and they'll be our mommies and daddies, and then we'll raise up the babies. So
Yeah. But that was cute.
that was cute.
Because I was thinking, yeah, Easter is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see the Cadbury commercial where it's the cat dressed as the rabbit? Buck meow,
Yes.
buck meow.
Yeah.
That's a good commercial. The lady, we're coming up on 3 hours here. I'm not sure how you're feeling, but I know that I'm gonna need to be heading out soon.
Yes, I agree.
And I don't want to leave you hanging up here on your own.
Oh, there's Kevin. Kevin's back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm here,
Kevin.
but when I'm typing, I want to turn off I want to mute myself because otherwise Patty's gonna get upset. So you know.
No worries.
Oh, yes, Kevin, I did get your email. I just checked. I wanted to make sure we got it.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
But we've had a good stream so far tonight. I think we've
We have.
covered a good amount of fish diseases in the beginning and a bunch of just talk throughout the rest. Me
Yes,
being way too
definitely.
silly, I apologize.
It's all good.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not at all. And no, I'm gonna look into getting some more supplies for the fish. So I have a little fishy first aid kit for them, so they'll be good, just in case
Always
we
good to
need
be
it.
prepared.
Yeah, I like the well, and we live so far from everything that it's not just a hop, skip, and a jump for me to get to a pet store, and then even then it's big box stores and they only have certain things. So I really would like to have certain things on hand so that way if something happens, I can just turn around and right here on my shelf is what I need, or at least something to help it until I can get what I need. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's always good to have a fishy first aid.
Yes, and I know it's a little bit overkill, but I always want fail safes just in case.
Exactly. So
Sometimes it's a
Steven's
little-
telling us how he likes to stay out of the public eye.
Yeah.
I have to agree, Steven. I'm pretty low profile myself. I've been coming up here trying to help Tom out so he doesn't have to, try and stream by himself all the time. And B, it gets me out of the house a little bit. Hanging out with the girls. I don't mind it too much.
Yeah, Kevin, you're officially one of the girls tonight.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Thanks.
Scott's Aquatic says he's setting up a hospital tank. It will probably be a regular tank.
That's how it goes. That's
Mhm.
I
Oh,
do that
always.
all the gosh darn time. I set up a quarantine tank. I put the new fish in there to get treated. They get comfortable. I set it up so they're comfortable. And I'm like, I don't want to disturb them, so I'll leave them in there. So I'll get another tank to set up as another hospital tank. And then it starts all over again.
Yeah.
I keep doing it to myself. So Scott, I feel you, buddy. I'm right there with you.
I know. That's been our problem too. Unfortunately. I guess it's
30
just
tanks
part
later.
of it. Yeah, exactly. 30 tanks later. And then I'm thinking about, while I got you guys on stream, do we know anything about the Petco sale that they're having currently?
It's 40% off.
40% off?
Or, sorry, 50% off. I think the 10-gallon tank, yeah, everything, I think all the tanks are like 50% off because the 10-gallon I just got was like $9.99, and then I think all of the rest are as well.
Do they have 30s, Kevin? Do you know?
You could look on the website. I think it's based on where you are if they have them or not.
Gotcha.
Right?
I want to get some 20 longs.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you guys swap it. You guys are making me jealous. I want to get my tank. I need more tanks, but I don't have the space. And as it is, I need to set up the 4 that I have that I don't have a rack for. You guys are making
Kevin,
me
when
jealous.
there's a will, there's a way. Like, build the rack under your bed and make yours mattress so it slides over top at night. There's a way.
I'm going to put them under my bed, too. There you go.
Exactly.
There you
That's what I'm
go.
saying. Put your bed on top of them. They slide out from underneath
If
your
you
bed
have
or something similar.
or like one of those like the Murphy beds that fold into the wall. You could
Oh,
like
yeah,
put
I've
your
seen
bed
those.
up,
Yeah.
and then your fish tanks would be underneath, and then when you want to sleep at night, you could just pull the bed down. See, just like that.
Patty. Steven's
I love
trying to get
Patty.
me out of it. My grandma, as it is, wants me to go get our nails done again. I need to go get my nails done again with her. I always go get my nails done with her, and mine are like coming off, so I need to go do that again. She's
There
been
you
bugging
go.
me.
Awesome.
That's good quality time, Kevin.
It is. And you get your nails did?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Yeah, it's always nice spending time with her. She's 81 now, and she can't walk very well, so it's nice spending time with her.
And God bless your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting a little.
Are awesome.
She's been here since March or April, and she's getting a little bit too comfortable, but it is fun.
Hey, that's how grandparents do. They come in, they take over, because you want to know why? They made all of you in one form or another.
Oh no, but it's hilarious.
They are responsible for why you all are there.
No, it's just hilarious because she's constantly giving my dad a hard time about things, and I'm like, oh my gosh. We crack up, but it's like, ooh, that was brutal.
Is it your dad's mom?
No.
Oh.
But he's usually the one that does a lot for her, which is really nice.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. She's like, "Oh, you're old," or "Oh, you're." I don't know why she said it, but it was hilarious. She's like, "Oh, those are your cousins," and she was pointing at like cows. And so jokes about that, and I'm like, I don't know why, but it's hilarious. So she's like always giving him a hard time about things, and we just laugh. We just laugh hysterically. We're like, I don't know where she comes up with all these things, but okay.
Okay.
Sounds like
Yeah,
Grandma's got a
we'll
great
give
sense
that a
of
hard time
humor.
with you.
I want to know Grandma. Sounds like she's got a great sense of humor, Kevin.
She's great. She's going deaf, but it's like we have to yell at her, and then even then she's like, I don't want hearing aids. I'm like, oh, come on, Grandma. But you can't hear it. And we're always yelling at you, and you don't like it when we yell at you, but when we don't yell at you, you miss things.
Oh, Scott said I just got a 10-gallon, but I had two $5 pal rewards, so they owed me money. That's a good way to go, Scott. I went for a fish tank and they paid me to take it.
Hey, that is right up my alley. Let's go.
And Diego said, build a rack, they will come.
I know, I saw that.
And Stephen and Patty are having a patty cake war, so.
I need to get a rack. I really need to get a rack for him. I got the Edsel, but I can't. It didn't. It took 3 of us to build.
I have an idea.
What?
Oh, he should get. What are those called? A bunk bed. Get a bunk bed, and you sleep on top, and the underneath is all your tanks.
There's an idea.
There you go.
There's
because they even have the raised beds where you can have the dressers underneath. There you go, Kevin. You're welcome. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I love that. And if they're under my bed, my parents won't see them. So that's even better.
Yeah, just a long sheet.
Yep.
Do not look behind the curtain. Pretend it's the Wizard of Oz.
Oh no. No, my is just a mess, so they never like coming in here. So that's an added benefit. A loft. Lori says a loft bed. I love that.
Yeah. There you go.
There's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need more tanks. You guys,
well,
you have a bad influence.
I hear Petco's having a sale.
I thought I heard that somewhere.
I'm on the hunt for a 30 for my daughter for the Moore. And I really just haven't been lucky to I'm constantly on Facebook and Craigslist looking for stuff, and I haven't been able to find anything. So I'm thinking, I'm just gonna catch a sale when they do a sale and just go get one. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to get the 20 longs because I have so many exciting breeding projects coming up.
I know. We were talking about replacing our 10s that we have on the rack with 20 longs, but I don't know. We'll see.
Will they?
It'll happen.
Will they fit on that? Well, I guess they would. For me, I was thinking about that, but I don't know. I don't think they'll fit, so I'm not quite sure what I want to do. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just for shrimp, so it's not too bad.
Now you're going to be shopping for loft bed frames on Amazon after they find you.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, Scott said a hammock.
Yeah, even better. You can just hang yourself in a corner, and the rest of the room is tanks.
There you go. You just hang it up when you want to go to sleep. Take it down when you get up in the morning.
Exactly. You can sleep in the aisles between the tanks.
Oh, that's even better. Good idea.
Yeah.
You guys are bad influence.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I know. Ain't that the truth?
And it's kind of like you'll be sleeping in the water, but not in the water because you'll have tanks along the side of you. So you just got to turn over and you'll see your fishy world. It's like sleeping inside the aquarium.
I was thinking you make a bed, like you put the mattress on top of like a wooden tank, and then you have the side panel be the glass. Oh, that would
That'd
be
be
cool.
really cool.
There you
And
go.
then you just roll off, and you can see underneath, and you can see all the. That would be fun.
I also saw where some people built, like they took a section off their wall, like the walls that go
and then
separate the
build it
doors.
into the wall.
No, they didn't put a tank in the wall. They made the wall a tank. The tank was as thick as the wall used to be, but they put fish in it. Now I don't know how they clean it, but it was really cool to look at.
That's cool.
But they took down the plaster and they turned it into glass and filled it with water. It was really cool.
Edgar, hello. Thank you for coming in. Big J, what's up?
Hello, Edgar.
We're still running your playlist, by the way. Hope you're getting
Hello,
closer.
Big J.
Nathan,
Hello, Nathan.
Fish Boy.
Nathan, how long is a piece of string? As long as it needs to be. Oh, he's funny. He hasn't been feeling too hot lately, so I wish him well. I hope you have a speedy recovery and your belly feels better soon.
Feel better, Nathan.
He's just been under the weather. But it was awesome having him on the stream Thursday. I love his Blackmore tank with that hot pink gravel so much.
Yes.
That's like Christmas. Every time I see that, I was like, oh, Santa's been here.
It just makes those fish pop so much.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
With their little golden bellies and their black bodies and their fanny. Oh, I just love them so much.
Okay.
Scott's.
Sorry. Go on.
No, I was just saying, Scott says I want to make a headboard for my bed out of a 125.
Ooh, there's
That'd be really cool.
There's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you an email, Roxanne. For the stickers.
You sent me an email?
For the stickers, I hope.
I hope.
I will check afterwards because I can't check while I'm on StreamYard.
No worries. Just let me know.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
All right. Well, we still have 20 watching, but I think we'll wrap it up and head over to Punchy Paints. I think
I think she's
on, right?
She just went live. It shows that Saturday Night Art. She's live.
Yep.
So do you want to send over with the hashtag?
Let's.
Ooh, yes. What do we want it to be?
Any ideas?
Steven says, "What are y'all talking this young fellow into?"
a world of pure imagination.
More tanks and racks and.
So that way, one day he can sing, "Just look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
There you go.
Say my tank collection's complete? No, I got a loft bed. I got more room now."
I'm eating and you're like making me laugh. That was not good. This is not good. Why am I on here? You guys make me laugh way too much.
So should we just do hashtag Swampy Raid?
We'll do Swampy Raid. That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Swampy Raid?
Swampy Raid. Diego says hashtag eggs.
For your baby chickens.
Yes. Oh my goodness. No, we'll do Swampy Raid. But no, I just wanted to thank all the moderators for being here tonight. We greatly appreciate it. All the support, everybody that came up to hang out with us.
Yes, thank you, everybody. And everyone in chat.
Yep, for hanging out.
Yeah, it's nice having everybody always hanging out.
Ailments, except for the doctor who was running a bit late. But we'll forgive him because we love Steven.
He must have missed the Tartarus again.
All right. Well, we dropped the link. And let's go head over and sleep in.
Right. Thank you
All
guys.
right.
Everyone have a
Thanks,
wonderful
guys.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.